Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Nexon Icons match taking place here in the Seoul World Cup Stadium. I'm your host and commentator for the day today, Peter Bint.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm co-commentator Paul Carver.
For all our Shoot for Love global channel audience, subscribers, viewers who've come across the feed just now, a brief introduction to me and Paul, who have not been on the global side of the channel. I've been working as a British broadcaster in Seoul, South Korea since about 2010. Recent years more as a football YouTuber and influencer.
I've been living in Seoul for about 20 years now. Not so much on the broadcasting side, but I have been going to K-League games here in Seoul for all that time. I've done about 450 K-League games now,
wow.
So a little bit more expertise on the Korean players than Peter.
Absolutely, we do have a good mix today as well. The Icons match, brought to you by Nexon and organised by Shoot for Love, is absolutely unbelievable in terms of the legends they've got together, with a mix of Korean K-League players and some of the legends from the 2002 World Cup run. It's going to promise to be quite the event today, Paul.
It is. I mean, you see these Legends games and you look down the list of players, but here they all stand out, right? They all stand out. There's no one here that's not like a household name. Absolutely.
So today the concept is FC Spear, a team full of attacking talent, taking on Shield United, a team full of defensive rocks, and a total of, I believe, 5 Ballon d'Or winners across the two teams. Just a few names to stand out. Well, it's unfair to say that. They all stand out. That's true. We've got Kaká, Figo, Hazard, Rivaldo, Pirlo, Puyol, Torre, Ferdinand, and many, many, many more.
It's like back in the day when you played Championship Manager and you try and get like a whole, like, sign every single player you've ever heard of. And,
absolutely, and that never really comes true. I mean, I'm sure many of the Shoot for Love viewers right now, you know about the testimonials and the charity matches. Back in our home country of the UK, we got Soccer Aid. But the concept today is what makes this unique. This is the first of 2 days of Nexon Icons matches. The event matches will be taking place today, which I'm sure our Shoot for Love subscribers will be very familiar with. A lot of challenges and trick shots between these two teams, headed up on the FC Spear side by Thierry Henry and Jam as the team manager, the assistant manager Park Ji-sung, and they'll be heading off against Shield United, the manager being Fabio Cannavaro, assistant manager Lee Young-pyo, and Cam as the team manager.
So it's strikers against defenders. Who do you think is going to come out on top?
Well, if you've been watching the content on Shoot for Love, they've been doing some great interviews with some defenders, some attackers, and the general consensus, even from the attackers, was when they do this in training, more often than not, the defending team comes out on top. So for the actual match tomorrow, we'll start the stream at exactly the same times, 5:45 Korean Standard Time, that's 9:45 AM UK time. We'll see who comes out on top. But with today's challenges, lots of skill, lots of shooting, I'm fancying FC Spear.
You think the strikers are going to take it today?
I think so. What about you?
I don't know about who's going to win today, but in the warm-up videos we were just watching, you see some of the incredible skills that the players were showing off.
Yeah.
Like Van der Sar throwing that pen into the pocket. I think one thing is we might see a few viral challenges coming out of this. We'll see people emulating this on TikTok and
absolutely
trying to match it. So if we can get those kind of fun things coming out, then that's what it's all about, really.
Absolutely. All being done for a good cause with donations to charity. Nexon, for those of you that don't know, for our global audience, they're a big game company here in Korea that do the FC Online and FC Mobile games. And throughout the videos, Park Jong-moo has been touted as the Korean Florentino Perez, making this possible, and so we're so very lucky. Yeah, it's like Avengers Unite, assemble, I think is what they say. I need to watch my Marvel movies. Right now we've got Transfiction playing in the background. They're very famous here in Korea for doing some cheer songs for the national team and some songs associated with some football games as well. We might well enjoy their last track with the fireworks, and you see the images coming out. The World Cup stadium is filling up nicely for this first day. As you can see, we've got fans dressed in all uniforms here at the Seoul World Cup Stadium. Your Chelseas, your Arsenals, AC Milans, Juventuses, Real Madrids. It's a real eclectic bunch of fans. Must be different to when you watch FC Seoul. I haven't seen any Wednesday fans apart from yourself, Paul.
I'll wear one tomorrow then. No. Actually, when you come to an FC Seoul game, also you do see lots of Arsenal, Tottenham, and various fans. So not that unusual. But
it's a different fan culture, isn't it? We've got a lot of K-League fans here that at the same time really fervently support a team in the European League. Really excited for today's festivities. So after Transfiction, scheduled for about 6 p.m. we'll get underway with the challenges and the player introductions. Why don't we take in this final song, I believe, from Transfiction Radio. Thank you once again for joining us here live from Seoul, South Korea for the Nexon Icons match. It is the Shoot for Love Challenge Day today. At the moment, checking out some of the chat as well before we get underway with the events. I see some complaints about the microphone. We do have the specialist commentator mics and headphones on at the moment. I do apologise if the quality is not what you're used to on Shoot for Love. We will try and get that sorted as we continue to broadcast across the next 2.5 hours or so. Just some of the legends are on your screen now. You can see Park Ji-sung, Carlos Tevez, Edwin van der Sar, Javier Mascherano, Yaya Toure. I think these are pictures from the changing room downstairs where the players have arrived roughly an hour ago.
Any of them looking nervous tonight?
Well, I know it's a friendly and it's all in the spirit of things, but I think with this defenders versus attackers format, there will be a bit of an edge today, and especially tomorrow when we have the match proper. And that was Transfiction. Some of our Korean viewers saying, yeah, if you know football, you know Transfiction. Very famous for making some of the cheer songs that have been listened to by millions of Korean fans when the Red Devils, the national team, takes to the field.
See, someone's asking if we've got any Owls legends playing tonight.
Waddle, DiCanio, Des Walker, well, they might fit the profile, but unfortunately, I don't think any are in the house today.
They were otherwise engaged.
We do definitely have some Arsenal legends in the form of Thierry Henry as the manager for FC Spear, heading off against Fabio Cannavaro for Shield United. This is going to be huge. So we are taking the feed from the Korean streaming site, Soup, so that's why there will only be Korean subtitles for the duration of the match. Apologies for any inconvenience there. The players looking to be introduced in roughly the next 5 to 10 minutes time. We've got 3 big Shoot for Love challenges coming up today. That's right, HBL. Tomorrow is the real match. Today we've got some mini games, some Shoot for Love challenges that you would have seen on the channel proper as well, including a free kick challenge, a one-on-one, and a power shooting challenge.
All to see whether the defenders can beat the attackers, or vice versa.
I guess the first one-on-one challenge will be the most balanced, where the defenders have to do what they do best, defend, and the attackers have to try and score a goal. I'm a little bit worried with the free kick challenge. They'll both be trying to score free kicks. There aren't too many defenders. I mean, maybe your odd left back with a good curler, or some with those powerful long-range free kicks, but it might have the attackers with the edge in that one.
Yeah, I was looking at the list of players and trying to figure out which players will be doing which challenge, because they're all doing one challenge each, right?
That's right, they're limited to one challenge each.
So we've got five from each team doing the one-on-one challenge, then 6 from each team doing the power shooting challenge, and then 3 from each team doing the long
free kick,
free kick challenge.
With the power shooting, initially my thoughts were, oh, well that could favour your strikers with their rocket boots, but defenders can half thump it from out of their half, so maybe that will be more competitive than we think.
Like the guys that try and lump it into Rosette.
And this is of the era where that was not a crime that it seems to be today in the Premier League.
Yeah, I mean, in 20 years' time, all the defenders that used to playing out from the back, they won't be able to do this kind of thing, will they?
No. There'll be a taking it out of the back challenge.
The one-on-one will be the defender trying to get it out of the box instead of the attacker trying to score.
Definitely. No long balls. So this is your exclusive English commentary field of the Nexon Icons match, taking place live in Seoul, South Korea. It's just gone 6 p.m. KST on the 19th of October. As I mentioned earlier, the big match tomorrow taking place at the same time in the same venue. As there are no owls playing today, Paul, who really catches your eye? Who are you looking forward to seeing?
Okay, you might think I'd go for all the global stars, but I'm going to pick the Korean goalie Kim Byung-ji.
Wow, he didn't appear in the 2002 legendary semi-final run. Why Kim Byung-ji? He's playing in goal for FC Spear. We thought it would be unfair if a striker had to go in goal for them.
Okay, so he only retired in about 2017, and the year after his retirement, he got in a car accident.
Oh my goodness.
And after the car accident, something went wrong with his back, and he lost. He was basically paralysed in his legs for about 6 months after that.
Goodness gracious.
So to come back from that and be able to play tonight, I think that's for me is what I'm really looking forward to seeing.
Wow, and he is a legend here in Korea. In fact, right up until the 2002 World Cup, he was Korea's #1, famous for his mullet hairstyle and his extravagant style of play. But Gus Hiddink, the Netherlands coach, who became a legend taking Korea to the last four, dropped him after a friendly game where he dribbled almost to the halfway line and promptly lost the ball.
Yeah.
And a lot of FC Spear players were shown that video, were, let's say, shocked.
Nonplussed.
Yes. Apologies for the microphone issues. I see on the chat there are many comments about that. Unfortunately, this is the gear that we've got for today. We will try our best to iron out these technical difficulties. But we do have these noise cancelling headphones because the noise in the stadium is crazy. On your screens right now are two of the most popular commentators here in Korea. Lee Ju-hon on the right hand side, and then you've got Park Jong-yun on the left hand side. Once again, for anyone who's joining the stream late, Shoot for Love subscribers, I'm your host and commentator for the day, Peter Bint, a British broadcaster and also football YouTuber working here in Korea.
And I'm co-commentator Paul Carver, who's a huge football fan living in Korea and sometime broadcaster.
And regular to this Seoul World Cup stadium, built specifically for 2002 and the largest by capacity football stadium in Korea, home to FC Seoul, who some of you might know from abroad, recently achieved fame for signing one Jesse Lingard in the summer. Captain, scoring a lot of goals these days. Do you think he could, I think, well, considering he's still a current player, he could certainly play today.
He's playing tomorrow in the K-League, so that's probably why he's not here tonight. But yeah, he's been doing a really good job since he came. He's scored a couple of important goals, and he's really leading the side as captain. He's doing a very good job. So we've seen British people come to the K-League before, and mostly it hasn't worked out. So when they announced his signing, I was a bit wary, but I think it's really worked out well for him so far. He seems to be enjoying himself.
And that has led to a uptick in fans watching FC Seoul games as well. We're about to get underway with the fireworks and the player introductions. It's FC Spear, team manager Jam against Shield United, the team manager Cam. Shoot for Love has actually been a Korean channel for almost a decade or so, with Challenges starting off and Jam being one of the founding members. 2 years ago they started their Shoot for Love Global channel, and it's culminated in this today, the big one, the Nexon Icons match. So FC Spear, here we go. Introducing Didier Drogba, today's captain for FC Spear. As an Arsenal fan, I don't have the fondest memories of Drogba, but what a legend, what a player. And he looks in tip-top shape. Number 11. We are going to see some players with the same shirt numbers. We didn't restrict them to one number per team. So what they wore during their career. This player was chosen out specifically by manager Thierry Henry. Eden Hazard. Henry's words on the Shoot for Love interview were exactly, give Eden the ball. He's only retired, I believe, a few months back, so he's still in great shape as well. That's right, some of you noticing the graphics are imitating the FIFA pack opening, and that's exactly what it is. Nexon being the brains behind the Korean versions of FC Online and FC Mobile. Ballon d'Or winner, Ricardo Kaká, number 22. We saw in the Shoot for Love interview video that he got his nickname from his little brother, who couldn't pronounce Ricardo and could only come out with Kaká. What a story. I'm sure Kaká will be wanting to avoid any rash challenges like the match for hope in Qatar, where speed was a bit over-enthusiastic. From Argentina, Carlos Tevez, number 32. And what a tenacious player he was in the Premier League, for West Ham initially, then Manchester City, and he holds a very special place in Koreans' hearts, being best friends with Park Ji-sung. See some fans from his Manchester United days. Next up for FC Spear, the team of attackers, South Korea's very own An Jong-hwan. What are your memories of An Jong-hwan, Paul?
I was here in Korea in 2002 when he scored the golden goal that put Italy out and probably got him fired from Perugia.
That was a big controversy, wasn't it?
It was.
He is known as Lord of the Rings for his kissing of the rings celebration after that crucial goal. Wearing the number 19. A Korean living legend. Next up for FC Spear, another Korean attacker, Lee Chung-soo, a free kick master, so I'm curious to see whether he'll be taking on the third part of the challenge today. He has appeared on many Shoot for Love Korea YouTube videos, so go and check his crazy skills on there. once again, apologies for any microphone issues. The technical team is working hard to fix the audio. Next up, Berbatov. Wow, the amount of skill on one pitch. No offense to FC Seoul, but surely this is the most talent on one field in this stadium.
I think you're probably right there. Can't argue with that.
Dimitar Berbatov, who enamored himself to Korean fans playing for Tottenham and Manchester United, two of the historically most popular teams here, thanks to Park Ji-sung, Lee Young-pyo, and even Son Heung-min right now. From Uruguay, Diego Forlan. The names just keep on coming. Everybody's looking forward to his free kick abilities.
He's been known to curl one in the top corner from time to time, hasn't he?
Absolutely. Got off to a slow start for Manchester United, but really proved his worth towards the end of his career there at Atletico Madrid, and consequently in his later Spain career was a goal monster. From our home country, Paul, I think the only Englishman on the FC Spear team.
Interestingly enough,
yes.
England played a pre-World Cup friendly back in 2002 down in Jeju-do.
I remember it.
He scored the goal for England in a 1-1 draw, where
Wow.
Park Ji-sung scored the equaliser for Korea.
That's the only games those two nations have played, right?
At senior level, yeah.
Yeah. Michael Owen, who also was a fan favourite here after France '98, got the image as a very cute but clinical goal scorer. England's youngest ever, I believe.
And that goal he scored against Argentina will be pretty much suitable for taking on the one-on-one challenge, no?
Absolutely.
Dribbling through.
It's been a while since he retired. Next up, it is Fellaini, who caused a bit of debate between FC Spear and Shield United. Cam and Jam arguing over which team he should be in. And for the midfielders, yes, I suppose there can be a debate.
And also, he only just retired this year, right? So
In good condition, we are assuming.
barely a legend. Up next from Ukraine.
That's one. Luis Figo. Not the best of memories maybe from the Korea World Cup in 2002. They got knocked out by South Korea. I was at that game where Park Ji-sung scored that legendary goal, which broke Portuguese hearts. One of 4 Ballon d'Or players on FC Spear's team. Rivaldo had a wonderful 2002 kosher in the stadium. The stadium today is packed with a diverse array of younger and older fans. Be interesting to see if Rivaldo's left foot is still like it used to be. Number 10 from Italy, Alessandro Del Piero. And what a character he proved to be in the Shoot for Love interview signing videos. Giving and taking with the defenders and all their words, trying to stoke up the fires. Said, as a gentleman, you never leave a lady who needs you, and that's why he stuck around with Juventus when they got relegated. Next member of FC Spear from South Korea. You're looking forward to seeing Kim Young-ji.
He's very famous for dyeing his hair different colours and having a mullet, so he's still got the mullet, but I'm a bit disappointed that his hair's kind of light brown as opposed to blue or green or grey.
He does like to be a bit extravagant, but he's a great goalkeeper.
Also holds the record for appearances in the K-League with 706 appearances.
Fantastic, 706 appearances, that is unbelievable. Next up, the reserve keeper, the number 2 for FC Spear. We didn't think it would be fair. I think Cam and Jam agreed that an attacker would not go in goal. So this is Kim Young-dae.
He also played for Seoul back in the day. And the interesting thing for me is that he was regarded as being such a skilled goalkeeper within Korea that they gave him the nickname Young-dae Sa after Edwin van der Sar.
Fabulous. I can't wait to see his skills in goal. He was also part of the 2002 World Cup as the third choice backup. Assistant manager for FC Spear, Won Park Ji-sung. Known as the foreign football father in South Korea for being part of that wave of players to the Premier League, including Lee Young-pyo. And now taking the reins is, I suppose, Son Heung-min. But he really ignited the interest in the English Premier League back in the early mid-2000s. And the manager for FC Spear, Thierry Henry, who recently led France as manager to the final of the Olympics. So what a manager pick. I saw him post him up on his Instagram earlier today saying what a lineup with the other legends he was eating lunch with. I don't think it's common for even players like Thierry Henry to meet such a plethora of legendary talent in one place.
You don't think they have like a massive group chat where they're all chatting all the time, texting here and there?
I assume not. Look at that bench. Owen, Shevchenko, Berbatov. What an array of talent.
Some of them looking more nervous than others, to be honest.
Yeah, you know, it might have been a while since some of these players have put on their boots in front of tens of thousands of players, fans. So you never know. The nerves might get jingling, and then playing alongside legends, you want to show your best side. Now on to Shield United, the team of defenders. Captain Rio Ferdinand! Really stoking the fires of rivalry in his interview video on Shoot for Love, saying defenders, they carry the attackers on their backs, and that the attackers are lazy, just plain lazy. He might have to watch out for some flying tackles in tomorrow's game.
You think he's a marked man?
But Drogba did fire back, saying that defenders carry the water, attackers drink the water. Ooh. Check out all the content on Shoot for Love's channel, some brilliant interviews. Next from Portugal, a Chelsea Real Madrid legend, Ricardo Carvalho. What a defence already. After looking at the list of attackers, you might have thought, well, this is going to be easy peasy. But already, Rio Ferdinand, Ricardo Carvalho, the centre-back who led Chelsea's golden era and took Portugal to victory at the Euros. This is no walk in the park for the attackers for FC Spear, for Jam. This could be tricky. We've got from Norway, the Liverpool left-back legend, John Arne Riise. What a left foot he had.
He can really power that in. I think he might be one for the power challenge for me.
Surely, right? He doesn't look to have aged hardly at all, John Arne Riise.
I was thinking that about Thierry Henry just now as well, to be honest.
He does look timeless as well, doesn't he? Quite a few Liverpool fans here in South Korea as well from the early first generation. Next up for Shield United from Brazil. A name that might be unfamiliar to some of our international viewers. Adilson, tell us a bit more, Paul.
He actually started his career in Europe, and then he moved to China, and then he ended up in playing for Seoul for about 8 years.
Wow.
And he was really regarded as one of the best foreign defenders we've seen playing in the K-League.
Fantastic. I do recognise the face from some highlights on TV from back in the day.
And he's one of those really brave players, so he's one that got his cheek smashed and then played with the Phantom of the Opera mask for a few months.
Goodness gracious. Hopefully nothing like that will happen in the Nexon Icons match. But to the home fans here, a very familiar face, also known as Adi. Next up for Shield United from South Korea, it is Kim Nam-il from that famous 2002 World Cup team. The anchor, the linchpin that Gus Hiddink surprisingly chose. Wasn't a favourite with the national team until Hiddink came in, but gained a lot of fame and was essential to that run to the semi-finals. In fact, I don't believe he appeared in the semi-finals due to injury when we got knocked out to Germany, South Korea that is.
Yeah, he injured himself in the quarter-final. Maybe that was the difference in why Korea couldn't beat Germany.
Who knows?
But he's a bit of a hard man, so it'd be out for him, for sure.
Absolutely. Maybe a good pick for the one-on-one challenge. Next up from South Korea as well,
Park Ju-ho.
Only recently retired as well, right? Played for Borussia Dortmund at the time, and I think Basel.
Yep.
He should still be in tip-top shape. Still in his 30s, I believe, or perhaps early 40s.
37, he is.
Goodness, he could still be playing.
Just retired last year, so.
And that's going to be key, I guess, tomorrow. Today with the event matches, I think age and stamina won't come into it too much.
Yeah, but tomorrow playing a full 90 minutes for the first time in a while, that's going to be tough.
Next up for Shield United, the Wall, Vidic, Nemanja Vidic and Rio Ferdinand, one of the best defensive partnerships of the late 2000s, early 2010s in the Premier League. What a hard man defender we've got there.
And that could be key for tomorrow, right? Having a partnership that's used to playing with each other.
Absolutely. We'll have to see how the Shield United manager, Fabio Cannavaro, lines them up, because although it is a team full of defenders, they will need defenders playing in attack positions, on the wing, in midfield. Be interesting to see how they line up. Next up for the team of defenders, it is Yaya Toure. There was a big debate and fight over Yaya's signature between Cam and Jam as well. The scorer of many goals in the Premier League for Manchester City, but he did play as centre-back in his Barcelona days as well. Up next for Shield United, the team of defenders under Cam's team management. From Spain, Carlos Puyol, can you believe it? Barcelona legend, leading them through their golden era.
And he still hasn't cut his hair after all this time.
He still looks like he could eat any attacker for breakfast. I'm so curious to see what challenge Carlos Puyol will be taking on today. Charles Puyol. Wow, we got some Barcelona fans here. The Korean contingent of their fan club as well. Up next from Argentina, Javier Mascherano, Liverpool, Barcelona, Argentina fame, the destroyer, and also fell back into defence from midfield when he went to Barcelona. From his Shoot for Love videos, a very, very humble guy it seems. He wasn't getting sucked into too much trash talk before today's Nexon Icons match. Maybe saving his talking for the pitch. Next up from Italy. Wow, what a defense we're going to have on show. It is Leonardo Bonucci, wow, who helped Italy, again, beat England in the Euro final a few years back. Only just retired as well, I believe, last year. Earlier, or last season, I should say. Leonardo Bonucci, Mascherano, Rio Ferdinand, Vidic, Puyol. I guess the only concern might be creativity. Let's see if our next pick might be able to remedy that. From the Netherlands, who could it be? Oh my goodness, it is one Clarence Seedorf! Again, a big issue about which side he should be playing on. You can see from his number 10, a lot of attacking in his heyday as well. A box-to-box midfielder, you could say.
He did score more than 100 goals across his career, so that's a pretty impressive turnout for someone who's considered a defender, right?
I think it's too late for FC Spear to take this to CAS. They'll just have to be happy with their picks. Up next for Shield United from Italy, and I think to address that creativity issue they brought in one Andrea Pirlo. The names just keep on coming. It is like a FIFA game event, isn't it?
He can still put a long pass on a dime.
Surely with age, that doesn't diminish the quality of his footwork. Never the quickest player. Upstairs though, that brain, that footballing brain, still sharp as ever, I'm sure.
You're going to say form is temporary, class is permanent, right?
Well, that applies to each and every single player today, I think. So once again, this match has been brought to you by Nexon. It's the Icons match organised by Shoot for Love, the global channel. Shield United's next player, the goalkeeper, Edwin van der Sar. You mentioned we got the Korean van der Sar. We've also got the Dutch van der Sar on Shield United.
Do you think the Dutch fans are calling him Edwin Van der Jong?
Maybe. leading United through some of their best times. You've got to remember, he was playing for Fulham before that as well. So the goalkeepers will be playing a big role today in the 3 challenges, especially the first and third, one-on-one, and the shooting challenge. And the number 2 goalkeeper from South Korea, Im Min-hyuk.
Even I don't have much to say about him. I think he's a second keeper at Cheonnam who are playing in the K2.
That's right. He might not have been familiar to even Korean fans, but when he retired not so long ago, his post on social media hit the feels of so many fans, saying it was such a pleasure, despite being an unknown player, to have been a professional footballer. I think many fans can echo that.
I think he only made about 10 appearances, but goodness. I mean, you or I would give it anything to play one appearance, right?
Absolutely. And the assistant manager today for the defenders, Shield United, Lee Young-pyo. Again, of 2002 World Cup fame, Korea's run to the semi-final shocked the world under Gus Hiddink, and promptly Hiddink took him and Park Ji-sung with him over to PSV, later to play for Tottenham and Roma. What a legend. Next up from Italy, today's manager, head coach for Shield United, Fabio Cannavaro, Ballon d'Or winner. I believe the last defender to win that award, and it's not common, right, to see any players in any leagues win their player of the season. So tough for defenders.
It is.
Very famous here in Korea for, I believe it was that 2006 World Cup triumph, the lifting of the trophy.
He also spent some time managing in the Chinese league, so he came over here to play Asian Champions League games with Guangzhou Evergrande.
Fantastic, so he'll be more familiar with the Korean soil, the stadium. Many of these players also have experience of playing here, maybe in the 2002 World Cup, maybe for friendlies afterwards. Some with better memories than others. Players are out on the field, warming up, getting ready for the first event today, which will be a one-on-one challenge. You may have checked that out on the Shoot for Love channel as well. That's where the defender has to block the attacker, or the goalkeeper is the last line of defense. Attacker scores, that's a point. Defender clears it, point for the defense.
So the goal is restricted to staying in the 6-yard box, right? So you can't come out and...
That's right.
So once you get past the defender, you've got a pretty good chance of scoring, but can you get past the defender?
That's the big question. Speaking to a few people who've done this challenge, they say it really is in favor of the defender. It's not easy to get past a top-class defender. Once again, apologies for the microphone issues today. We have tried our best to get them replaced and fiddle around with the settings, but it seems like, yes, it's not as clear cut as it should be. We will continue working on those issues. And for all our Korean subscribers today, this is on the global Shoot for Love channel, so the commentary is all in English today. There are separate feeds out there with Korean commentary. Also, the visuals are coming from Korea, so the subtitles will be in Korean. Sorry for any inconvenience for our global fans.
여러분 큰 박수 부탁드립니다. 반갑습니다. 반갑습니다.
as these two teams, attackers versus defenders. There's Jam, who will be working also as a translator as well as team manager for FC Spear today, down on the pitch in the middle. Shoot for Love. What an event to organise.
Hello, first and foremost. Hi to everyone. I hope that you're going to have fun with us today. I'm in charge of the attackers. Hopefully we can have a good training session. And we are, by the way, enjoying Seoul at the moment.
Some words from Thierry Henry, the manager of FC Spear, who couldn't quite believe the lineup that had been gossiped by Jam and Cam. Shoot for Love, with the support of Nexon and Korea's very own Florentino Perez, Park Jong-moo, the head of Nexon, who's spoken personally to many of the players to persuade them to come on over, take on this challenge. The winning team today will be donating 100 million won to a Nexon-backed children's rehabilitation hospital.
Kind of strikers,
So
but
everyone
we try
to
our best. Enjoy, guys.
안녕하세요. 방패팀 감독 칸나바로입니다. 오늘 이 자리에 저희가 모일 수 있어서 너무 좋았고
Some words there from
상대팀,
Fabio
선수들 상대로
Cannavaro,
하는 건 쉽진 않겠지만 오늘 최선을 다해서
translated by
이겨보도록 하겠습니다.
Jam,
감사합니다.
our very own Jam from Shoot for Love,
자,
the guy who started this all those years ago, the global channel just a couple of years back, and it's got so big so quickly, 2.5 million subscribers. Make sure you check out all the build-up videos to this fabulous Icons match event.
자, FC 스피어 그리고 실드 유나이티드가 세 가지 대결을 총 3라운드에 걸쳐서 진행할 예정이고요. 오늘 경기에서 승리한 팀은 승리팀 이름으로 프리메재단 넥슨 어린이 재활병원에 1억이 기부될 예정입니다.
그렇습니다. 오프닝에도 말씀드렸듯이 선수들이 준비한 팬 이벤트도 있죠. 매 라운드 10명씩 무작위로 선정해 경기 종료 후 선수단과 하이파이브 시간을 가질 예정이니까요. 행운의 주인공은 누가 될지 많은 기대 부탁드리겠습니다.
자, 여러분 그러면 오늘 이벤트 매치 3개 라운드 소개드리도록 하겠습니다. 먼저 1라운드는 1대1 대결이고요. 2라운드는 파워 대결, 3라운드는 슈팅 대결입니다.
네, 그럼 1라운드 출전 선수를 제외한 선수들은 모두 벤치로 이동해 주시기 바라고요. 저희는 잠시 후 1라운드 경기로 찾아뵙겠습니다.
We're getting into the main event slowly but surely with the first of 3 big events today. As Paul mentioned earlier, only one player can take part in one event, so it's up to the managers, the assistant manager, that's Thierry Henry and Park Ji-sung on the FC Spears side, and Fabio Cannavaro and Lee Young-pyo on the Shield United side, to decide who plays in which event. Some shenanigans taking place on the pitch between Thierry Henry, Yaya Toure.
선수들의 진심인 거잖아요. 아 그리고 어쨌든 긴장한 듯한 느낌도 있고. 약간 매치가 선수들이 어제 이제 속속 입국했는데
I saw someone asking just now where Dennis Bergkamp is. As far as I know, he doesn't like to fly, right? So it's kind of difficult to get him out here.
I think 94 was his last other continent World Cup, if I'm not mistaken. I don't think he came for 2002. You're right, Paul. That might be one of the reasons. His job active in football at the moment might be another as well, I believe. We've got Diego Forlan, Luis Figo, Thierry Henry, Park Ji-sung. I can't believe there are so many people here in this stadium. They've done a vote on who they think will win the 1 versus 1 round, and an overwhelming 82% of fans have chosen FC Spear, the attackers. Shield United with a poor 17.7% of the vote. So a quick run through the 1 versus 1 round. As Paul mentioned, the goalkeeper must not step outside the 6-yard box. And of course, above all else, we don't want any injuries, so fouls by defenders will not be overlooked by the referees. The game starts when the defender passes the ball out to the attacker first. Once the attacker touches the ball, the defender can then move from their initial position, and the attacker has between 30 seconds to a minute to take on the defender and score a goal.
What do you think the appropriate tactic is for this then? How would you approach it?
Well, it really depends on who you're coming up against, and that's the real fun behind this. We don't know who's going to be coming up against who, and so if you're up against maybe a pacey defender, you might need a bit of trickery rather than a punt it and run tactic.
Let me ask you one more question. Do you think we'll see any nutmegs today?
Oh, no one will want to get
anyone going to try and
nutmegged.
humiliate them, the other opposition, by doing a nutmeg?
Well, if you watched the Mascherano interview video for Shoot for Love in the build-up to this, there was talk of Mascherano being nutmegged, but he was having none of it. He said it did not happen if there's no proof in video. I believe it was Kaká who was said to have nutmegged him in an international game. The fans getting very excited here. We're live in Seoul, South Korea, and the weather has been really rather mild across this past few weeks in autumn, but we had some rains yesterday, so it's chilling down a little bit. You can see the players in some of their bigger jackets on the sideline. I think it will fall down to about maybe 15, 12 degrees. So not cold, but a little chilly to just sit and wait in. So it's a best of 3 format for each one-on-one game. The attacker wins if they score 2 goals. The defender wins if they block 2. And then the team takes 1 point from each round. And there's 5 rounds in total.
Looks like those are going to be our 5 strikers for today in this first challenge.
Let's have a look at the list. It looks like Eden Hazard, Ricardo Kaká, Carlos Tevez, An Jong-hwan and Lee Chon-soo. And on the defenders' side, it does look like Ricardo Carvalho, Joran Arisa, Adi, Lee Yong-pyo and Kim Nam-il. Adi, who might not be familiar to our global audience, was a legend playing here at this stadium for many years for FC Seoul. The players are encouraged to start attacking as soon as they receive the ball. If there is too much stalling, the referee will blow as well. So out of these 5 rounds, which will be played to the full, the first team to 3 points will win. There are 3 challenges in total today, so the team that wins 2 of them will take home the prize today, the honours. So we've got the matchups announced here. It's Eden Hazard against Carvalho, Ricardo Carvalho, to start off. Ricardo Kaká against John Arnarise. Carlos Tevez against Adilson, otherwise known as Adi. Then Korean matchups, all Korean matchups of An Jong-hwan against Lee Yong-pyo and Lee Chon-soo against Kim Nam-il. First up, we can see Eden Hazard, who's going to have 3 attempts to score. He has to score 2 out of 3 to win a point for his team. Lining up against Edwin van der Sar in goal. Ricardo Carvalho in defence. It's 1-on-1. Carvalho passes to Hazard first. As soon as Hazard touches the ball, Carvalho can start to move. Here we go. This is exciting. Let's check it out. Okay, Carvalho passes out to Hazard. Hazard has touched the ball. He's taking on Carvalho.
Goes one way, then the other.
Oh, bit of trickery. Oh, he's come back the other way. Has he left it too late? Oh! A save from Van der Sar. Wow. It did seem like Hazard had a chance to shoot a little bit earlier, but decided to cut back. He's still got 2 more chances. If he misses the next one, he has officially lost this challenge. Carvalho passes it out. A firm one to Hazard.
A very strong pass.
And so this is not as easy as it might seem. Hazard, oh, he's got one way, he's got the other. But Carvalho, he's Oh! Carvalho has shut him out. Hazard's asking for a foul, I think, but the referee, no dice. We are going to play it till the 3rd and final round, I believe. Hazard in the Qatar match for Hope was the man of the match. Outstanding with David Villa in that one. Maybe he's got a case of nerves in front of the big crowd here in South Korea, or in front of all these legends. So that's it for that first matchup. 1 point to Shield United. 4 more tries. It's down to Ricardo Kaká up against John Arne Riise. And that might be a tactic, to belt one in as a pass.
The defender belts it out so that the striker struggles to control it, and then
yes. Yeah. There's no finer rules on how fast or hard the pass can be.
It did look like Hazard struggled with the second one, right?
Yeah. Oh, he's done
again.
a bouncing one. Riise, cheeky. Oh, he's gone one way. And Van der Sar has saved it. This is not easy. He went for a left footer there. To get completely past your defender, if they're this good, it's going to be really tough. They're just looking for half a yard for a shot to be gotten away. So it's advantage Shield United at the moment. But like I said, with the shooting challenge coming in 3rd, that's maybe favouring the attackers. So the defenders need to win this. Oh, Riise has slid in there, but Kaká's got the ball back. He's now in the area. Few step overs and round the keeper. The keeper's the Korean. Oh! He's hit the post.
Unlucky, very unlucky there.
So they have changed goalkeepers now. That's Im Min-hyuk, who may have not got the limelight in his career, but he's now playing with some of the greatest legends of the 21st century. So FC Spear, they've lost the first 2 rounds.
Can they come back?
Tevez has to win this for FC Spear and Jam, Thierry Henry and Park Ji-sung to come out with a victory to make it possible. Him against Adi Adilson, a legendary defender here for FC Seoul. Brazilian versus Argentinian. Tevez has gone up. He's taken on Adi. He's got some room. Oh, he's put it wide. He's missed the target.
He's put it wide.
We've got to hit the target, Carlos. They're all having fun though, that's what matters. So I think they're rotating the goalies. Van der Sar comes out first, then Im Min-hyuk, and then Van der Sar again, I assume, for the 3rd round. But Tevez needs to score. Nobody has scored a goal for FC Spear. Were Rio Ferdinand's words right? The defenders carry the attackers on their backs. Here we go with round 2. Tevez has got the ball, he's entering the area, and he has cleared the ball. It's all over. Wow. Shield United have won this first round. Whatever happens between An Jong-hwan and Lee Young-pyo and Lee Chon-soo and Kim Nam-il.
I did think it was going to be hard for the attackers, but not this hard, to be honest.
Yeah, I would have expected 1 goal from Hazard, Kaká and Tevez. An Jong-hwan, a big TV celebrity now here in South Korea, coming against his former teammate Lee Young-pyo, who, even though he was a defender in 2000, wore the number 10 shirt because, according to An, Nobody wanted the burden of the creative number 10. He's wearing the number 12 today. I think that's what he wore during his Tottenham Hotspur days. Joined them after a stint at PSV. Left-footed Lee Young-pyo against An Jong-hwan, who's looking like he's put on maybe a pound or two since 2002. He's controlled the ball. What's he going to do? Try and outpace him? Skill? Oh, An Jong-hwan has been easily, I'm sorry to say, tackled there by Lee Young-pyo. He is not a regular in these friendly matches, An Jong-hwan. I was broadcasting with him the other day and he was feeling a little nervous about this Icons match. Such are the legends that are here. Second now. An Jong-hwan's got the ball. He's just going long. He's gone for a long one. And they've not even shown where the ball's gone. I assume that means it did not go in.
It's in the Han River.
Goodness gracious. Im Min-hyuk with 2 saves. It's over. FC Spears 0. Shield United 4. And not a goal scored.
It's an absolute thrashing.
I don't know how this is going to play into their psychology for the second round. If it's a clean sweep 5-0, that's not going to bode well for the morale of FC Spear. But we got Lee Chun-soo, one of the best strikers of a ball Korea has seen. And he's looking up for it. Restore some pride up against Kim Nam-il, the destroyer in midfield for Korea from 2002. Here we go. Ball's played out really slowly from Kim Nam-il. It didn't even reach Lee Chun-soo. We're going to have that one again. Okay. Here we go. Second try for the first of these 3 shots. He boots one out. Lee Chun-soo's got the ball doing step overs about 10 meters away from Kim Nam-il. Closing in. He's got to the D.
Showmanship.
He's got to the D. What's he going to do here? He's taking it on. And he's missed with his weaker left foot there. Missed the target. There is a slight delay in the images and the crowd noise, so do excuse that as well, Shoot for Love viewers, here for the Nexon Icons match. That's no goals from all the FC Spear attempts. Have the defenders kept themselves in better shape than the attackers? Kim Nam-il strikes it out to Lee Chun-soo, who takes on the one-on-one. He's got a bit more confidence here. You hear the crowd roar. He's gone past him. He scored!
Finally, we've got a goal.
We have a goal, and Lee Chun-soo is over the moon. Eden Hazard, Thierry Henry, Park Ji-sung. Finally, something to smile about. So if Lee Chun-soo scores this 3rd shot, at least FC Spear get a consolation point. A nice tidy finish. And his right foot there into the bottom right corner. Lovely. Kim Nam-il didn't know what hit him.
Do you think Thierry Henry is wishing he picked himself as player manager?
I don't think the rules are hard and fast, so if Thierry feels that way, maybe we'll see a glimpse of him in round 3. Okay, Lee Chun-soo. It's a bouncing ball and he's taken it with 1 touch. Okay, he's approaching Kim Nam-il now. He's got to score this if FC Spear want a point. He's taken it far to the right, so getting a bit physical. He's had a Cruyff turn back. Oh, he's made some space for himself. No, where's he going? Where's he going? No. Oh, it's getting feisty. He's claiming he was pulled around the neck. Is it a penalty? Do we need VAR? Thierry Henry looks surprised. Is it all over? Or was it a foul? I think they're saying it was a foul.
Going to VAR.
Is that going to be a penalty or a replay of the round? He's fallen there. Lee Chun-soo. Nope, it's over. Shield United with a clean sweep, 5 points to 0. Only 1 goal scored for FC Spear.
에드윈 선수 왜 이렇게 잘 막으셨나요 오늘?
I'm a goalkeeper, so I'm FC Shield. So what do you think?
저한테 골키퍼 글러브를 주신 이상 저는 자동적으로 막을 수밖에 없었습니다.
아,
그렇죠.
역시 반대사릅니다. 네.
좋습니다.
앙리 감독의 이야기도 한번 들어보면 좋겠거든요.
How did you think of the performance of our player?
We have to step it up. We have to step it up. But it's difficult. It's difficult to push the ball and run past people when you don't play for a long time.
아, 저희 조금 더 분발해야 될 것 같습니다. 쉽지 않았는데 조금 더 분발해보도록 하겠습니다.
아, 좋습니다.
또 이호필 선수가 할 말이 있는 것
좋아요.
같아요. 네, 어떠셨어요?
이게 이 수비가 유리하다라는 오해가 있을 수 있으니까 이런 거는 사실 한번 바꿔서 해봐야 돼요. 그래야. 네.
아니 방금 이영표 선수가 이제 우리가 한번 공격해야 된다고
맞아요.
한국말로 하셨잖아요.
네.
앙리 감독님이 그거를 옆에서 바로 얘기를 했어요. 제가 통역하기 전에.
네.
그러면 이걸 진행을 해야 되는 건가요?
어떻게 할까요? 한 번만 해볼까요?
한 번만 가나요? 한 번만?
대표 한 번만?
Anyone
네.
내년에 하겠다고 합니다.
내년에 한다고 합니다.
내년에 한다고.
네. 자, 선수들의 의견을 취합한 결과 내년에. 여러분 그러면 내년에 아이콘 매치가 한 번 더 성사될 수 있다는 거거든요.
그렇습니다.
그렇습니다. 자, 1라운드 실드 유나이티드의 완승으로 1승을 기록했습니다. 큰 박수 부탁드립니다.
So that's the end of round one. We've had
자,
the
그럼
player
저희는 잠시 후
interviews there.
2라운드 경기로 찾아뵙겠습니다.
Very smug little defenders there.
자, 넥슨 아이콘 매치 전야제 이벤트 매치를 함께하고 계신데요. 1라운드 FC 스퀘어와 쉴드
And
유나이티드
some
선수들의
comments from the
1대1
Shoot for Love
대결에서
subscribers saying, yeah, it's a bit unfair on
쉴드
maybe
유나이티드가
40-year-old
아주 손쉽게
attackers.
승리를 거뒀고
And I guess,
한
yeah, as a
번이라도 성공한
defender,
선수는
many
이천수
perhaps
선수가
not
나왔습니다.
the fastest, and with age they wouldn't have lost too much pace. World Cup Stadium for the Nexon Icons match between FC Spear, a team full of attackers led by Thierry Henry, assistant coach Park Ji-song and Jam from Shoot for Love, heading up against Shield United, a team full of defenders led by Ballon d'Or winner Fabio Cannavaro, assistant manager Lee Yong-pyo and Cam as their team manager. We're moving on to round two next of this 3 challenges that we've got today. The match proper is tomorrow. We'll be broadcasting from 5:45 p.m. Korean Standard Time with better microphones, I assure you. Apologies for the technical issues today. So the next one is a power shooting challenge. You would have seen this on the Shoot for Love channel. People like Roberto Carlos, famed for his hammer of a left foot, have taken part in that challenge, and that's where they have to break the styrofoam boards which are being wheeled out onto the pitch at the moment. I'm told that these styrofoam boards made in Korea are the thickest and toughest that Shoot for Love has ever seen. Once again, for anyone just joining us here for the Nexon Icons match, I'm Peter Bint, your host and commentator for today. I'm a British broadcaster working in Korea over the last 15 years and a football YouTuber and a football influencer here in Korea who is known to be about the only loud Arsenal fan in a country full of Tottenham and Son
by Tottenham.
fans. Yes.
And my name's Paul Carver. I've also been living in Korea for about 20 years, and I might be the only Sheffield Wednesday fan in this country.
That would not surprise me.
There are a couple more. I have met them.
Monstered saying it's a shame they don't have Messi and Ronaldo on the attackers team. This is a team of legends, so it's only for players that have retired, no matter how recent that might be. Round 2 about to get underway, the power shooting challenge. Another vote has been taken with the fans, and again, It's the attackers that get all the love. 81.7% expect them to win. But as we saw in round 1, that doesn't mean anything.
It certainly doesn't. Although we kind of expected defense to have the advantage, I don't think we assumed it would be that big.
No, not that one-sided.
Although I see that Nemanja Vidic is on the team list for this power shooting challenge. He was clutching his knee a bit there, so maybe he's injured himself in the warm-up.
Oh dear.
Which would be bad for the Shield's chances of winning anything, right?
Absolutely. Today and tomorrow for the match proper, you can see there on the pitch Charles Puyol warming up with Park Ju-ho. This match taking place here in Korea, backed by Nexon, a big Korean games company who runs the licensed versions of FC Online and FC Mobile, hence the sprinkling of Korean legends among the global legends as well. Park Ju-ho had a European career at Borussia Dortmund and FC Basel, retired I believe in the past year or two. And so the whole concept today, can the spear of FC Spear break the shield of Shield United? Defense versus attack. So far, the attackers are proving this shield is no mean feat. Rio and Owen having a word down there. Both members of the 2002 World Cup team who played in Korea and Japan. Owen scoring a couple of goals in that run to the quarterfinals where they were knocked out by Rivaldo and co, who is going to appear in the shooting challenge, I've been told. Up next it is, once again, the power shooting channel. How many of the styrofoam boards can you shoot through? It may look easy, but I've been assured by the Shoot for Love team of Cam and Jam that it is very difficult to get through even 2 or 3 of these boards.
Do you know what the record is?
Looking at the Shoot for Love videos, I think Roberto Carlos managed to get it through at least 8 of them.
8, wow.
But those were said to be thinner than the boards we're using today. They've upped the ante. So for a rundown of rules for this round, the referee's main role is to count how many of these styrofoam boards have been broken, and it's the referee's discretion to determine whether a foam board has been broken or not. After confirming that, the referee loudly announces how many were broken. And the team that lost the previous round starts the next one. So we should have FC Spear kicking off today. It's number of boards that are broken against your opponent's number of boards that are broken that decide who gets the point for each round. It's a one-on-one format as well for this one.
And we've got 6 players taking part for each team, with the winners being the first to get to 4 points.
That's right. If there is a tie at the end, then the total score in terms of number of boards broken will be the tiebreaker. You can see on the screen just then Roberto Carlos smashing one through. These challenge trick shots, really a trademark of Shoot for Love. We've got the lineups in front of us. First up is Didier Drogba for FC Spear against Park Ju-ho for Shield United. Dimitar Berbatov against Nemanja Vidic. Diego Forlan against Yaya Toure. Michael Owen against Charles Puyol. Maruna Fellaini against Javier Mascherano. And Andrei Shevchenko against Rio Ferdinand. Wow. This is exciting. Defenders can really leather a ball when they want to.
I think the other thing for me is that strikers are typically used to sort of getting up and over the wall.
That's true.
Whereas they have to aim for straight for it, right?
Right, no curl, because if you curl it, you won't go through all the boards. You'll end up coming out the sides.
So the wind is against us, right?
The complaint I got from my team.
그게 저희 팀에서 그런 불평이 있었다고 합니다.
자, 드롭바 선수는 잔디를 뿌리면서 바람의 방향도 확인해 보고 있고요.
누군지는 말씀드리지 않겠습니다.
알겠습니다. 네.
Few words from Thierry Henry there.
아쉽게 1라운드 패배야.
Got Jam working as a translator as well as FC Spear team manager today.
자, 그리고 실드
Didier Drogba's up first as the losing team. They take the first kick. They need to restore some pride.
자, FC
Thierry Henry's still looking upbeat. He looks like he's got confidence in his men.
박조 선수가 나왔습니다.
As we mentioned earlier, the real match between these, the proper football match, 11 defenders against 11 attackers, will be taking place tomorrow on day 2 of the Icons match. Didier Drogba stepping up with his right foot in front of the boards for the power shooting challenge. He's ready.
드록바의 킥을 한번 볼까요?
Here we go with a shot. Once again, there is a delay in the feed between us. Oh, he's got through at least 5 boards there, but it's up to the referee to count.
첫 번째 킥.
How many has he gone through? 7! He's holding up 7 fingers of these extra thick boards today. What a strike! Put his laces through that. Wow. We've got Park Chu-ho up next, a Korean modern legend, not from the 2002 World Cup.
자, VAR을 통해서 저희가 확실히 얼굴을
Only recently retired after a stint in Europe as well.
7장 맞다고
Cannavaro's got some complaints, it seems.
Looking a challenge.
디디에 드록바의 슈팅을 보실 수가 있어요.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Saying
It's up to the referee to decide whether that 7th board was broken or not. It was definitely knocked out of place, but was there a snap? Lee Yong-pyo looks to be giving his junior Park Chu-ho some advice with the kick. He's asking for applause.
he's going for a long run up here.
He is going for an exceedingly long run-up. Drogba did just
Not
take
sure
a
he can
step or
stop
two.
before he gets to the.
Maybe that's his
He's gonna run
tactic to
through.
jump through the boards. He's running up, left-footed. It's
dear.
definitely not 7, is it?
No,
몇 장인가요?
doesn't look like it anyway.
How many? Referees holding up his fingers. 4 boards. 1 point to FC Spear. Didier Drogba beats Park Chu-ho. Good technique, it seemed. Maybe lost a bit of energy in the run-up.
Well, for the long run up, he didn't get much speed up, did he?
No.
자, 그러면 두 번째 선수도 만나봐야죠.
Didier Drogba will be happy with that as captain of FC Spear. Their first point on the board. Round 2, advantage FC Spear. Now, if FC Spear win this, they must have the advantage in round 3 with the shooting challenge akin to the free kick challenge. Next up, we've got Dimitar Berbatov, who's participated in some great challenges on Shoot for Love, disguised on the field. He's ready, not a long run up. Here he comes. Right foot smash. It doesn't look like it's gone past halfway there, if I'm not mistaken.
3, 4.
Looks like 3 or 4. 5. 5. It's controversial, moving the board, the referee there.
I think the referee broke that last one.
Well done, Berber. 5. That's not easy. We saw Park Chu-ho only get through 4 in the last shot for Shield United. We've got Nemanja Vidic up next. Cam is down there arguing his team's point of view, saying it was 4, not 5. VAR shouts are being asked for. Cannavaro may be questioning whether the referee is on Jam's side. So it's getting heated. I don't think Cannavaro has good memories from the Korea Japan World Cup either, getting knocked out by Korea.
자, 그러면 실드 유나이티드의 비리트 선수 준비해 주시죠.
Okay,
자, 비리트 선수가 킥을
5 is the final answer. Vidic, he can play
He
under
can leather
pressure.
a ball, surely.
A
I reckon he can
sliding header.
I reckon he can get 5 or 6.
비리츠가 이 벽을 깨야 합니다.
He places the ball down again. Once again, there is a slight delay with the live stadium and our feed, so excuse the audio delay. Vidic comes up, right-footed smash. How many boards is that, Nemanja? Referee's coming over. He's already heard some complaints from Shield United. What's he going to leave? Is it going to be 5? Vidic is saying 5.
What does the
Referee
ref say?
is saying 4.
Cannavaro's not going to be happy about that.
Controversy in round 2. The power shooting.
1, 2, 3,
4. Oof! Oof! How did that 5th board stay unbroken? But it's gone to FC Spear. Berber has beaten his former Manchester United teammate Nemanja Vidic. 2-0 FC Spear. We got Diego Forlan up next for the Spear team, the team full of attackers who will be taking on the team full of defenders in a variety of positions, of course, tomorrow. 5:45 KST, 9:45 AM UK time. Rio has a complaint or two to Jam. Thierry's saying all's good, all's good. Diego Forlan up next for FC Spear. Master of a free kick, scorer of bagfuls of goals in La Liga. Uruguayan legend, Diego Forlan. Didier Drogba's shown us that he has a powerful kick, getting through, what was it, 7? Wow, here's Forlan. Taking a short run up as well, smashing it through. I think the size of the hole should also count. That was huge.
That first one was obliterated.
Wowzers. Okay, he's counting the boards, referee.
4, 5.
It looks like 4. It's 4. It's 4. So it looks like 4 or 5 is the average here. Wow, it's got to be not just power but angle and technique with this one. You can see power shot challenges featuring Darwin Núñez and Roberto Carlos on the Shoot for Love channel. Against Diego Forlan, it is Yaya Toure, scorer of many important goals in the Premier League for Man City. We've got some number 42 Man City shirts in the crowd. Yaya's checking everything meticulously. Part of the Shield United lineup. Controversial pick due to his midfield presence. Takes a short run up. He's got to beat 4, or at least equal it. Here we go. Whistle blows. Yaya's ready. Smashes it low and hard. It looks like he's gone through a record number. That must be the it looks like he's gone through them all.
See, that first one's interesting because the first one was just the size of the hole,
The
the
ball.
size of the ball.
You're not wasting countless useless energy.
Whereas with Forlan, he obliterated the first one, didn't go much further.
5?
Still only 5.
What? Really?
1.
Oh.
So he shook it loose from its fitting rather than.
So 5 means, though, that Shield get their first point and save a potential power shooting challenge point if they win the last few challenges. But going low and hard may be a tactic that some other players are going to follow along with. Jam and Cam having words down on the field. Berber's not happy. Okay, so it's currently 2-1 to FC Spear. Michael Owen, who scored 2 goals in that run to the quarterfinal for England in 2002. The Wonder Boy, lots of Korean fans at the time as well. Has he still got what it takes? Had some knee issues later in his career. Up next for FC Spear. Here he goes. Takes his run up, smashes it through. It doesn't look like more than half.
3, maybe 4.
What's he got to? 3. Michael Owen, 3 boards. He's questioning the referee's decision, but he's sticking with it. 3 boards.
Ooh, Thierry Henry's got a glare on his face there. He's not happy about it.
He's not happy. He knows if he loses this round, it's all over for FC Spear.
But yeah, I think 3. The 4th one is
bent
heavily, but
coming up against Michael Owen will be Charles Puyol.
so that opens the door for Shield to get right back on even terms.
3 is the lowest score so far. Charles Puyol described as a dog of a defender by some of FC Spear. A stalwart of that FC Barcelona team that ruled Europe for many a year. He is hitting it very close to the boards. He's gone low and hard. But just like Yaya Torres, it might not have gone as far as we think. Owen looks concerned though, yeah. How many? How many do we have? 6! Wow. That's a high score for Shield United. Just shy of Drogba's record 7 so far today.
So now we're back on level terms with two players to go for each team.
The score's 2-2. And if it ends 3-all, it will be down to the cumulative number of boards broken across the 6 rounds.
Which I'm sure you know what the running total is at the moment.
Of course, keeping note like the good head commentator that I am. Puyol does have a target challenge video up on the Shoot for Love channel if you want to check that out as well. Next round, Maroon Fellaini, Everton, Manchester United fame. He's got the height to give it a bit of leverage.
Give it a bit of welly.
Here he comes, right-footed. Fellaini, low and hard again. Seems like many are going for that tactic now.
But don't think it went too far, did it?
Drogba's looking with a slightly
3, 4.
Slightly worried look. 4. That seems about average. Touré's got some complaints for Jam. Drogba's asking for a yellow card.
I think Mascherano will fancy his chances here.
Is Touré being booked right now? I don't think so. Fellaini gets 4.
There's a big drop-off between that 4th and that 5th one, isn't there? The 4th one
once
seems
you
to break
reach
quite
that,
easily.
right? It's that tipping point. Against Fellaini, it is Javier Mascherano. Midfield destroyer, centre-back for FC Barcelona in that team that won the European Cup. From his interview video for this Nexon Icons match, so humble, but managed to volley the ball into the bin just outside what I believe was his house.
Walking up there, he looked just like he's come up to take a penalty shootout in a
Here
World
he
Cup final or
goes.
something.
No pressure, Javier.
Oh.
A lot of the balls have blown out, but again, how many were broken? Cam thinks 4. Is it 4? Is it 5? It's a draw.
It's a draw.
4-4. So that means it's all down to the last 2 players, Andrei Shevchenko and Rio Ferdinand. laces through it are all these players, just as they were taught when they were younger. You want the power, laces through it.
자, 과연 이 2라운드 파워 대결을 어떤 팀이 가져가게 될지. 만약에 실드팀이 이기려면 스피어팀은 패배하게 됩니다. 그렇죠. 그냥 이대로 끝나버리는 거예요.
Okay, so that,
더더욱 중요합니다.
wait, the point?
엔트리에서 보셨겠지만
A point each.
A point each, okay. So 3-3, going into the final round. Shevchenko, who used to have a fearsome shot on him at AC Milan and later at Chelsea. Ukrainian legend, stepping up next for the final round of the power shooting challenge.
Places the ball carefully. Quite a long run up for what we've seen tonight.
From the attackers at least, yes. Ooh. Looks like we've got a bit of outside of the boot action there, and the team are happy. How many? 5 boards. That is above average. Drogba is not happy. He thinks 6. Yellow card.
Yellow card again.
Is he getting booked?
Let's have a look at the instant replay.
Slow it down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, bent the 6th, but didn't quite go through, right? What a shot, though. Really showing how difficult it is to get through these boards. Drogba with 7 is head and shoulders above the rest. Rio Ferdinand next. One of the classiest defenders to play for England over the last 20, 30 years. Captain of Shield United.
But you know England with penalty and penalty type equivalents.
Yeah.
I'm not feeling confident.
Is he going to miss the target?
He's going to put it over the top. No,
Here we go, Rio.
I
Cultured footballer.
4.
Here comes Rio. Number 5. Can he get the 5 boards he needs? He didn't seem to put his all into it, but how many has he gone through? Oh! Oh!
Has he got?
Oh my goodness! He's broken some of the back ones. How many? How many? 5. Oh, just
so that's
5.
another draw.
So that means it's all square. It's going to be cumulative number of boards, but surely Drogba did enough with that very first kick.
He won by quite a margin, whereas all the others were quite close, right? So I think on count back,
sudden death, number of boards. Was anyone keeping track? Subscribers, viewers on Shoot for Love, let us know.
자, 여러분. 지금 계산을 하고 있는데 세트가 똑같이 동률일 경우에는 어떤 팀이 더 많은 보드가 있겠는지가 중요합니다.
Spear need this if they're going to stay in the hunt for victory today and have a donation of 100 million won, about $75,000 to a Nexon rehab hospital. Otherwise it will be in the name of Shield United. It's a bit unclear. Oh my goodness, 28-28. It is a dead heat. We do not have rules. I've got a list of all the rules in the event of a tie here. Maybe it's sudden death. Maybe, I would think, the person who got the highest
that's
one
what
of
I would
score.
Go to Drogba for his. He got 7, right?
Is Thierry going to step up? Or is it going to
Didier
be
gonna do
the
another
most powerful? Didier stepping up for sudden death. If he does what he did last time, I think that will be impossible to beat.
But does lightning strike twice?
We'll find out, Paul. Let's place the ball. FC Spear. The Spear logo. Here he goes. Oh, wow. He's really put his foot through that. It doesn't look like 7, though.
No.
Thierry with a wry smile.
5, 6, 6. That'll still be difficult to beat.
Absolutely. What was the record from Shield United?
Puyol got 6, didn't he?
Didier saying, oh yes, so Charles Puyol will surely be put forward. Is it Yahya? Yaya's got the ball. Does he want it? He's headed the ball away. For any of you expecting the 11 versus 11 match, that is tomorrow, match day 2 of the Nexon Icons match, brought to you by Nexon and also Shoot for Love organiser Jam and Cam jet setting. What a job they had getting all these players to sign on the dotted line. It's Yaya Toure against his Ivorian Coast teammate. He's got to get 6.
But it's slightly off a centre as well, I think.
Here we go. There is a roar from the stadium. Didier's holding his head. He's taking his shirt off. Does that mean that Shield United have won? It looks like they've won.
They're looking confident. Wait for the official confirmation, but Shield are looking confident.
Don't count your chickens till they hatch. But Yaya, what a strike.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's got 7, I think.
It looks like 7 from here, doesn't it? Or is it? Were those... The referee even let out a wow. It seems like they've conceded defeat. That means FC Spear have won the first 2 challenges today. 1 versus 1 and the power shooting challenge. Did you expect that, Paul?
I've got to be honest, no, I didn't, especially after the first few rounds. Obviously, the first 3 rounds that went to the way of Spear, and then it all kind of fell apart for Shield, for Spear.
I did not think, from my rough count, that it was going to be a tie with the boards counted across the 6 kicks. Thierry looks flabbergasted. To be honest, yeah, the attackers were very confident of winning this matchup. Not necessarily the challenge event day today, but certainly the match tomorrow. But surely, with today's result already beyond doubt, Shield United will be feeling pretty confident going into tomorrow's match. Once again, you're joining us live here in the Seoul World Cup Stadium for the Nexon Icons match. Brought to you, organised by Shoot for Love, Cam and Jam taking control of 1 team each of Legends. The unique aspect to this is it's defenders versus attackers. Attackers versus defenders. The big match itself tomorrow, and today the challenges we've been really enjoying. I'm your host and commentator for the day, Peter Bint, a British broadcaster, working here in Seoul for the past 15 years and football YouTuber.
And I'm co-commentator Paul Carver. I've also been living in Korea for 20 years and heavily involved in football. We've got 1 more challenge to come, right?
Yeah.
3 players left apiece.
May be that the result of today is beyond doubt, but for some pride, surely FC Spear need to win this shooting challenge. By that very title, this has got to be in the favour of the attackers.
Well, we've got Figo, Rivaldo and Del Piero for the strikers team. That's a pretty mean set of players.
Rivaldo famous for his free kicks, Del Piero, Figo, all of those. Then on Shield United, we've got Leonardo Bonucci, who I don't recall taking a free kick, Clarence Seedorf, and Andrea Pirlo. There is a free kick expert.
Still,
it does seem to favour the attackers.
That's where I'm going to put my money for the moment. But so we've been wrong every time so far, so shows how much we know.
But in the 3rd round, the rules are as follows. 3 players per team with 3, and then 4 shots for the final player. The 1st and 2nd players will shoot without a wall, whereas the 3rd player takes a free kick with a wall of 5 influencers, Korean football influencers for the most part. Goalkeepers will rotate as well, just like in the one-on-one challenge.
So we've got Luis Figo, Rivaldo for the strikers, and Leonardo Bonucci and Clarence Seedorf for the defenders. Will have no wall.
Yeah.
and then for the strikers, Del Piero, and for the defenders, Pirlo will shoot around the wall.
That's
Pirlo
right.
over or around the wall.
They go through it if they like. The influencers might not be happy, but they signed up for it.
Do you think we'll see an influencer lying down on the ground at the back of the wall, as is the current
If they're going to
fashion?
go for a pea shooter, maybe. And the points are therefore allocated differently. The players without a wall, the first 2 from each team, will only get 1 point for a successful shot, while the third player will earn 2 points. Each team in total takes 10 shots, so it could end in a tie, in which case there will be a sudden death situation. Many of you Shoot for Love subscribers are on the global channel here, the English-speaking, English-centric channel, but Shoot for Love has a much longer history, dating back about a decade. The Korean side of it, initially brought together as a campaign to be kind, a social enterprise here in Seoul, for people who love soccer and want to help those in need. A lot of the proceeds have gone to help children who are sick, and the same will be happening today as well. 100 million won, that's about £55,000, will be donated in the name of the winning team to the Purume Foundation Nexon Children's Rehabilitation Hospital. So all for a great cause. The global channel launched 2 years ago, really took off with aplomb thanks to Jam and Cam's chemistry, as well as their amazing challenges that they have lined up. And today has been a festivity to see legends in the flesh. After the third challenge, it's not all over. We will be having these 2 legendary teams of attackers and defenders prepare for tomorrow's big game with training, so we might get some insights into how they will line up tomorrow. Really looking forward to that.
And after seeing what we've seen tonight, who's your money on for tomorrow?
If the defenders win this third challenge, I'm going to say the attackers will have their tails down between their legs coming out tomorrow. It might rile them up to the point where we might see a massacre. Might be double figures from the attacking team. I'm not sure, if I was a defender, if I wouldn't throw this last challenge. In front of all these fans in the Seoul World Cup Stadium, tomorrow we're expecting a full house of 66,000 there or thereabouts. The attackers will want to put on a show.
And do you think the defenders will come out and try to attack as well, or do you think they'll just sit back and try and hit them on the counter? Because obviously it's not in their nature, it's not their instinct to attack.
Yeah, bar a few players with attacking instinct like Yaya Toure, maybe Pirlo pulling the strings behind, it is going to be tough for them to play free-flowing football. We assume. Maybe they've been yearning to do that their whole careers, and they'll unleash the beast tomorrow. But I think you're right. I think it may be a case of a little bit like Arsenal, 10-men Arsenal against Man City at the Etihad last month, holding out for a 0-0.
You think there's 1 or 2 on the defenders team who they're strikers at heart, but back in primary school they're a bit bigger than the other kids, so they got stuck at centre back and they've been there ever since.
I can't remember who it was on the interview, maybe Thierry Henry in fact, the manager of FC Spear, who said everyone wants to be an attacker when they're young. You fall back into being a defender when you're not good enough to
when
attack.
You fail as an attacker.
And I guess to a certain extent that's true. Who starts off saying, oh, I want to tackle and defend? Everyone wants to score the goals.
Well, if you look at Puyol, right, when he was a kid he started off playing in goal, and then he injured his shoulder, so he moved up to be a striker, and then over time he gradually fell back into midfield and then in defence. So
wow,
he's literally played all over the place.
Speaking of that as well, Del Piero revealed on the Shoot for Love interview video that he started in goal because that was the only way his mum would let him out the house, because she thought he was getting too tired playing too much football. So the lineups are confirmed. It's going to be Luis Figo for FC Spear against Leonardo Bonucci of Shield United. Then Rivaldo against Clarence Seedorf. And finally, Alessandro Del Piero, former goalkeeper, so knows the mind of a goalkeeper perhaps, against Andrea Pirlo, a battle of the Italians. The Korean influencers all have the word Pyeok wall on their bibs. And some are wearing glasses, which I don't think will be advisable in the actual event of a free kick. We have one of the most famous influencers down there as well, Gamst, who a lot of the Shoot for Love global audience will know as a fervent fan of Manchester United. So to save a bit of face, it's going to have to be FC Spear going all out for the win here. We haven't seen too many goals. Until now, it's Ichun Su's effort in the 1v1 first round. So in this shooting challenge, much akin to the one on Shoot for Love, it's going to be like free kicks, without a wall for the first two contestants from each team, and with a wall for the third. So Luis Figo steps up first because FC Spear lost round number 2.
And how many top bins do you think we'll see?
We've got Edwin van der Sar in goal, maybe going low.
You didn't go low because they'll struggle to get down.
At their age. But goalkeepers,
they're that much older than us.
Yeah, but goalkeepers, playing into their 40s in many cases. It's on the very edge of the D. Figo's lined up. He's missed the target. Oh dear, not a good start for FC Spear. But Bonucci has to score. That's the issue here. Figo looks a bit glum from that first shot. So he's going to take the second kick as well. So it's 3 kicks each for the first contestants. We've got Korean goalkeeper now going in.
In Min-hyuk.
Figo stepped up with his right foot. He's hit it. And he's missed.
Missed again.
Oh dear. FC Spear. There's no winning or losing. It's just an accumulation of points here. So even getting this last one in,
still 1 point
would be
on the
good.
board.
This is without a wall. Van der Sar has offered to not even go in goal. It's not easy scoring outside the box, to be perfectly honest. Here we go. Third and final shot. Van der Sar has saved it. He has saved it to his right-hand side.
So Figo's radar was a bit off in the first two, so he put it more central that time, which allowed Van der Sar to get across and save it.
He's holding his back. I'm sure he's okay.
Done himself.
He's still got that cat-like instinct. The big match tomorrow is expected to kick off at around 6 p.m. KST. We'll be here with a live feed again. That's at 10 a.m. UK time. So Leonardo Bonucci up first for Shield United. Just has to score 1 of his 3 in order to put the team ahead. He'll be up against Kim Byung-ji, legendary Korean goalkeeper. Appeared in the 1998 France World Cup.
Someone asking if they're taking penalties or free kicks. They're taking free kicks roughly on the edge of the D.
That's right. The first contestants from the edge of the D. I think they've got freedom in where they want to place it. Bonucci slightly to the left, coming up right-footed.
Wide again.
And it is wide of Lee Byung-ji's right post.
So, as I mentioned earlier, Kim Byung-ji was in a wheelchair with paralysed legs just a few years ago. To see him up and around is really...
What a recovery. What a recovery. And we've got the third choice goalkeeper from 2002 there.
Young Desar.
And Bonucci's come up for his second kick. He has skied it. Absolutely skied it. Looked a bit like Julian Dix in his heyday.
I was going to say David Beckham in whichever penalty shoot that was against
Where
Portugal.
He skied that, yeah. Last one. Last chance for a point in round 1. Bonucci stepping up. And so Youngdae again. He's gone for it. Keeper's saved it. Punched it out there. This is not easy. When we see the videos on Shoot for Love, These players are capable of magic, but in front of a packed crowd with other legends watching on, it must be tense. Rivaldo up next for the shooting challenge for FC Spear, yet to be a goal scored. Maybe we should have had the attackers and defenders going goal.
I would have liked to see the goalkeepers trying the foam board challenge.
The foam ball?
Yeah, foam board, the board breaking challenge.
Oh, with their long kicks, yeah.
Because goalies are used to leathering it, aren't they?
That's true. We've got Rivaldo. Oh, what a legend for FC Barcelona. That hat-trick he scored with an overhead kick outside the box, I think it was.
In the last minute.
What?
Against I want to say Villarreal.
That was just as Barcelona were coming into their heyday, their peak. What an inspirational figure he was for that team. Left-footed, so taking it on the right-hand side of the D. Puts it down. Van der Sar. Let's hope for a goal, guys. He's taking his time. He's taking his time. He's spanked it, but Van der Sar has saved it.
Van der Sar equal to everything that's thrown at him so far.
Wow. Good save. Even without a wall, there have been no goals scored. With a wall, this could be decided by one goal.
We could be here all night waiting for someone to shot.
Shooting challenge is ongoing with FC Spears Rivaldo, the second kicker to step up. Van der Sar with a fantastic save there down to his right. Rivaldo with the second shot, this time against Lee Min-hyuk. It's gone over, he got it up and down, but not down enough. Thierry Henry looking a little concerned. Park Ji-sung can't help but laugh. Final free kick from Rivaldo. Centre of the D. The pressure is on. Lee Min-hyuk's in goal. Here we go. It's up, it's down, and it's hit the crossbar. It's hit the bar, Rivaldo. What technique he still has, though.
Hit the bar and bounced the wrong way.
That was a fantastic dipping free kick, though. Goodness gracious. What technique. Lee Min-hyuk in goal. Not many K-League appearances, but playing with the legends. Grateful for his professional career. That's what playing football is all about.
A couple of centimetres lower and he had the goalkeeper beaten. That would have been a goal.
Absolutely. This is the third and final round of the Icons match today, the event match day. We've got Clarence Seedorf coming up, doing his little walk. And don't forget, all the players will be training after this third and final challenge, warming up and doing their tactics for tomorrow. Seedorf runs after the camera. Even went and played in Brazil, if I'm not mistaken, a true lover of the game. Up against Kim Byung-ji. His famous mullet. Does a lot of football YouTube still to this day. Seedorf's placed the ball slightly right on the edge of the D. Number 10. Can he get the first goal in this shooting challenge? He's biding his time. Here we go, Clarence Seedorf. He's put it in off the post!
Off the post.
And back to him. Oh my goodness. This is proving ever so tricky for both teams. 0-0. Seedorf's placed it a bit further away this time. Is he going to go for power? Placement against Kim Byung-ji. Oh, it just curled too much. Too much past Kim Byung-ji's left-hand post. What swerve he managed to get on that. Henry feels like he missed a bullet there, dodged one. Final free kick for Seedorf, who's been the closest to breaking the deadlock. Now up against the 2002 third choice goalkeeper for Korea. He's got it on target, but it wasn't wide enough. Henri looks relieved. The manager of FC Spear. It's 0-0 going into the final round of kickers. Alessandro Del Piero up against his Italian teammate, Andrea Pirlo.
Now. Yeah, I guess so. But on the other hand, Andrea is going to be on the same page, so we're going to have a look. Let me warm up again.
네, 감독님 말씀대로 이제 제 어깨 위에 모든 게 달린 게 맞습니다. 하지만 피를로 선수도 똑같은 상황이거든요. 저 몸 좀 풀겠습니다.
So now we get the influencer walls.
세 번째 여러분.
So where exactly they're going to be placed is interesting.
벽도 들어갑니다.
2 points for a goal in this final round, but it doesn't matter because we haven't had any.
Still pointless going to these final 4 kicks, right?
Final 4 kicks with a wall in front. So the hardest of the challenges, 5 influencers, football influencers. Cam is cheering them on. So they have assigned them teams as well. So they'll try their best to jump and block these shots from the Juventus legend, Del Piero. Number 10 on his back. Van der Sar. He's saved everything, not conceded a goal today. Del Piero, where is the wall?
The wall's just walking in now.
Okay, here we go. So he's taking it from the edge of the D. The wall's going to be deep inside the box. You sometimes say a free kick like this is as good as a penalty. I wonder if it'll turn out that way.
Marks out the requisite 10 yards. Is he going to spray a line on the ground?
Is anyone going to lie on the floor as you suggested, Paul?
I mean, it wasn't the fashion back then, right, when most of these guys are playing. So
of course. Van der Sar's directing them. Good teamwork.
Nowadays you get people lying and kneeling and all kinds of
sorts, yeah. So we're here in Seoul, South Korea at the World Cup Stadium. It's a chilly autumn evening. We're in the third of 3 rounds for the events today in this Nexon Icons match, the real match between defenders and attackers tomorrow. Van der Sar is not happy with his wall. He is meticulous here, not wanting to lose this challenge or concede a single goal. A clean sheet after all, Paul. This is good as a goal.
Got to get that clean sheet bonus.
But will Del Piero ruin it? Will Van der Sar be going home empty-handed? He's got the whole right side of Van der Sar's goal to aim at. If he gets it up and over the wall is not the tallest. It's got up.
Didn't get it down enough.
Another miss. We're still at 0-0. Final kicker for FC Spear. The wall are celebrating.
Still got 3 more chances, right?
3 more for Del Piero. The final kickers get 4 kicks, 2 points for each goal. Cannavaro's having a laugh with his team. He's got Pirlo up his sleeve. Not bad at free kicks. Del Piero's second attempt here. Wall is in a similar position. Ji Min-hyuk in goal. He's gone for the same, but it's straight into the keeper's arms.
Goalie gets across and catches it. So
the wall were a bit nervous there, jumping and not wanting to head it at the same time.
I'm not sure I'd like to be out there because get hit by a shot taken by one of these guys. That's going to hurt.
To the face would not be a lovely Saturday evening. Del Piero looks for a longer run up on his third. Is he going to go for a bit more power this time? Number 10. Here we go. Oh, he's gone the other way, avoiding the wall completely.
Was perhaps sneaking wide, but the goalie got across to it anyway.
Just in case. Im Min-hyuk, a great day for this goalkeeper who didn't really shine in the K-League, but had a long career and thanked everyone and said it was an honour to be a professional footballer.
Done a stellar job today anyway.
So it's fourth and final kick for Del Piero. The last chance potentially for FC Spear to get any points. Here we go. He's taking his run up. And he's got it in. Van der Sar was glued to the spot. No clean sheet, Edwin.
I feel the wall could have done better there.
I don't know if they'll be getting a bonus. There's a lot of arguing in and amongst themselves in the wall. A bit of ducking. They're blaming each other.
You did kind of get it straight between two heads of two guys, right? It was perfectly placed.
Well done, Alessandro. But we do have arguably one of the best set-piece practitioners of his era, Andrea Pirlo, taking the kicks for Shield United. If he scores one, we're all level and we'll go to sudden death. He scores two, it's a clean sweep for Shield United today. Tomorrow, the main event, the big match, the Nexon Icons 90-minute match. Penalties if it's a draw at the end. Brought to you by the Korean gaming company Nexon. Organised by the chaps from Shoot for Love, Cam and Jam, jetting across the world to sign these legendary players. They'll all be on the same pitch at the same time. Pirlo walks up.
Looking very calm, collected.
He got his sock in the laundry bin in their interview video without any trouble. Check it out on Shoot for Love. Can he beat Kim Byung-ji?
Put it right on the line. A step or two forward from where a lot of the guys were taking it.
Yeah, he's getting close. I think sometimes a free kick can be too close. There's not enough time to get it up and down, but it doesn't seem like Pirlo's worried about that.
I guess the wall's probably a bit shorter than he's used to. So he doesn't have to get up as much as maybe he would normally.
Maybe he is looking at all these finer details. Pirlo looking almost the same as when he retired.
Oh, Kim Byung-ji being controversial.
Oh,
here.
he's putting someone on the post. Wow. Oh, goodness gracious. Pirlo's got a wry smile on his face. There's nothing wrong with that, is there? He can put them wherever he likes.
You should put 5 of them across the line.
I'm not sure they'd like that. In the firing line. All right, so Pirlo has lined up the free kick there on the edge of the box, slightly to the left.
I can see him recalibrating there.
Oh, is he going to draw things level? He's done it. Oh, Kim Byung-ji has saved it, nearly diving into the influencer in the corner there. He's got 3 more shots. It's not easy when we know the kicker is going to shoot. In a real game situation, they could pass, they might shoot, someone else might shoot. So it's much tougher for the attacker to score than in a real game situation. It's 1-0, or 2-0 to FC Spear. Pirlo with his second kick now.
Oh, put it wide, just wide.
He was counting on the influencer not standing his ground. And he's not even in the corner, to be honest. He's not glued to the post.
Yeah.
And he's saying, I don't need this. I'm a YouTuber.
I didn't sign up for this.
So 2 points to FC Spear. If you score with a wall, you get 2 points. So Pirlo just needs to score 1 to draw Shield United level. They have already won the first 2 events, so they have sealed the victory. This is all for pride for FC Spear. We've got our next free kick. 3rd one from Pirlo. He's run up. He's hit the wall. It's deflected. But Kim Byung-ji's saved it. But the wall has fallen. She's all right. She's okay.
The wall did
Yes,
its job.
thumbs up.
Took the sting out of the shot.
Absolutely.
Kim Young-dae to get across and pick it
That's how you do it, Wall.
up. I think he's flirting.
That's Dungan, a big Manchester United fan here. He was glad that he was not in the line of fire just then. All right, last chance for Perlo. Miss, and they lose.
Oh! Into the wall again.
It's hit Dungan that time. It's been hit in the heart, but they have won.
He's never going to take a shower again, is he?
FC Spear have won. Dungan's got his ball print on his shirt, on his bib there. The wall did its job. 2-0 FC Spear. So a bit of pride restored for the attacking team. Well done, Perlo. He gave it his all, but he couldn't get one in. And that brings to an end today's events. 3 we've had, one-on-one. Easily won, it must be said, by Shield United. And number 2 was the power shooting challenge, which went right to the wire, and then in sudden death, Yaya Toure clawed it back for Shield United. And then we just saw the shooting challenge, thanks to 1 goal from Del Piero, it's finished 2-0.
Someone in the comments there pointing out that in the EPL over the last few seasons, only 3 to 6% of long distance free kicks go in, so 1 in every 10 or so.
Yep.
It's not easy, is it?
Not at all. Especially with all the spotlight, all the cameras on you. But don't turn off your feeds just yet, because maybe what we can get the most from today is a training session afterwards, preparing for tomorrow, the Icons match proper, kicking off at around 6 p.m. KST. That's 10 a.m. UK time, Sunday the 20th of October. We'll see how these teams are going to line up potentially under the guidance, tutelage of Thierry Henry and Park Ji-sung for FC Spear, the attackers. And then we have Lee Young-pyo as assistant coach and Fabio Cannavaro as manager on the Shield United side for the defenders.
So based on what you've seen tonight, any idea how the teams are going to line up? Which defenders you think are going to go up front? Which strikers you think are going to be in defence?
Well, after that shooting challenge, maybe everyone needs to play in defence, I'm not sure. It's not going to be easy, is it? The attackers, obviously their strength is get the ball high up the pitch as quickly as possible. For the defenders, the organisation and keeping the ball out of the net will surely be second nature. It'll maybe be the middle of the park that might be the trickiest for both teams. So today, Shield United have taken the match, and therefore the donation of 100 million won, about 75,000 US dollars, 55,000 pounds, will be going to a Nexon Children's Rehabilitation Hospital in their name. What an honour. And that's what Shoot for Love really is about, helping people who need it through the joy of soccer, through all of these amazing challenges. Today, the list of legends has been unbelievable, I'm sure you'll agree, viewers. All made possible thanks to Korea's Florentino Perez, Park Jong-moo, the head of Nexon, who run the FC Online and FC Mobile games in this territory. Incredibly popular here in South Korea. So tomorrow it will be, for the first time I remember seeing, a team full of defenders against a team full of attackers. I mean, as an England fan, we saw the experiment not go so well against Greece recently with 5 number 10s.
Yeah.
What fans are always calling out for, maybe this will prove tomorrow, once and for all, what is more important in a football team, the defence or the attack?
Can't have one without the other.
This seems
Until
to be
tomorrow.
true. Yeah, and then we'll see which one you can have a little bit less of. As you've seen today, we will have proper goalkeepers for both sides. We're not going to make attackers or defenders go in goal, although I do remember Rio Ferdinand going in goal and doing a sterling job once or twice in his career. We got Edwin van der Sar in the defenders team, the legendary Manchester United and Netherlands goalkeeper. And then for the FC Spear team, the attackers will have Kim Byung-ji, a legend of career, and the substitute goalkeepers will be making an appearance. I am pretty confident as well. We are taking the feed from Korean streaming service Soup today, and tomorrow from the Korean TV channel MBC, hence the Korean presenters and Korean subtitles. We do ask you for your understanding for any inconvenience caused. It's not all over today. We do have a final training session that will take place for about 20 to 30 minutes, I believe, with the two teams, which will be broadcast to give us an inkling, we hope, for the lineups tomorrow.
제일 시켜주고 싶은 건 사실 물공 헤딩 낭리한테 꼭 한번 다시 한번 시켜보고 싶고 아 근데 이제 감독님으로 내일 또 일하셔야 되니까 그러기도 어렵고 야 근데 진짜 오늘 이 선수들 이제 몸 푸는 모습을 잠시 후에 또 보실 거고요.
Tomorrow's main event, the Nexon Icons match, takes place here at the Sangam Seoul World Cup Stadium at 6 p.m. roughly, Korean Standard Time. That's 10 a.m. UK time. Me, Peter Bint, and next to me, Paul Carver, will be joining you tomorrow again. We will have a full array of information for you on the players taking part, the coaches as well, and if the audio issues were not fixed today, we will do our best to improve upon those tomorrow.
Today's been a lot of light-hearted fun. Tomorrow I'm expecting to see some more blood and guts as
Absolutely.
they fight for their pride of attackers versus defenders.
You never know what's going to happen in a football match until the whistle blows, right? All the warm-ups, all the keepy-uppies, all the drills, the free kicks, they don't mean much on the actual pitch. We've now got the two captains, Didier Drogba, Rio Ferdinand, to say a few words.
How did you felt about this event match? Was it fun? Did you guys have all fun?
Yes, we had a fantastic time. I think we're obviously here to raise some money for the children. The Shield team, we came out fighting, and I think all the guys need to take credit for taking part. But we were the victors today, and hopefully tomorrow will be the same, Didier.
Tomorrow is going to be another day.
Rio Ferdinand with a few words there. Jam also working as a translator today, as well as team manager for FC Spear. Really curious to hear the opinions of all the players when he was scouting them on whether they thought attackers or defenders would win. To be honest, most chose their position team to win and come out on top. I guess you've got to be confident to be a professional footballer.
We are very happy to be here, and like Rio said, to be able to contribute to a good cause is very important, and glad that the crowd came, and we hope to see you tomorrow again.
오늘 정말 많은 분들이 자리 함께 해주셔서 너무 감사하고요.
It is unbelievable to see this list up of legends here in Seoul.
좋은 뜻에 동참할 수 있어서 너무 기쁘고
We have had some huge Premier League teams and European big teams come for friendlies in pre-season. A team of legends like this, a lineup this deep, I don't think it's ever been seen. So today's winner, in the style of UFC, is it Rio? Is it Didier? It's Rio Ferdinand, Shield United. We knew it after the first two rounds. Rio blowing his kisses. He's happy. He knows it doesn't mean everything. And here's the man who made it all happen today. Park Jong-moo, the head of Nexon, who have funded this unbelievable Icons match in Korea, the Perez of Korea, making the calls to the stars, to the legends. shaking hands with Rio, with Didier.
네, 그룹장님.
And with the winner,
오늘
Didier
멋진 경기
makes
함께해
a
주신
quick
소감 한마디
exit.
부탁드리도록 하겠습니다.
오늘 대의원에 와주신 여기 계신 모든 분들께 일단 감사의 말씀 드리고요. 그리고 생각보다
Told he's
뉴스도
a
진짜
very big
재밌었던
football
것
fan,
같아요.
running the
그래서
games,
오늘
FC
경기를 보니까
Online, FC Mobile,
내일이
which are
훨씬 더
hugely
많이
popular
기대됩니다.
here in
감사합니다.
Korea.
자, 그러면 이번 경기를 승리로 이끈 실드 유나이티드의 주장 리오 퍼디넌드에게 박중무 그룹장께서 골룡포를
Rio was getting on the phone
수여하겠습니다.
to Park Jong-moo to make sure that his
자, 그러면
picks
골룡포를
were
수여해 주시는
put
리오
into the team,
퍼디넌드와
his defensive
그룹장에게
partner
자, 다시 한번
Nemanja
큰
So
박수
to the winner,
부탁드립니다.
there is a traditional
같아요.
Royal Korean
멋있습니다.
robe being presented today. They need to open it up now.
자, 퍼디넌드가
I wonder
원하는
if
또
Rio's ever worn one of these.
골룡포가 정말 잘 어울리지 않을까 생각이 들고요.
He is the champion today. His white and gold royal robe.
Suits him.
It does indeed. Wasn't he going to go into boxing for a short time?
I think
right?
he was, yeah.
Ah, it does suit him. And the defensive team, looking on from the sidelines, Carvalho, John Anarise, Perlo Sadov, all smiles over there. And 100 million won. This is the important prize today. The big winners, the Purumer organisation and Nexon Children's Rehabilitation Hospital, getting that $75,000 check. The fans who have come today, really impressed with the show. The shirts are a-waving. There have been, I believe, 30 fans chosen to do a high-five event as the players leave as well. We will first, though, be having a training session as well with the two teams, warming up for tomorrow. The big match taking place. Same time, same place. We'll start our feed 7:45 p.m. KST. We are scheduled.
이 자리를 빛내주신 축구 팬들에게 인사드리면서 저희는 물러가겠습니다. 여러분 감사합니다.
So that is the end of the event match. Rio going off in his robe, his Royal Korean robe, known as a Kunmyongpo, I believe. That was worn in the Joseon Dynasty, that you can see on many very famous Korean historical dramas that are all the rage these days. Worn by some fans in the stadium when the national team plays as well. He's taken that off now, and the players are warming up on the pitch. This is what it looks like they've been chomping at the bit for. I believe most of them arrived in Seoul yesterday. They've got some sleep and some food in them today, but this is their only pretty much training session before tomorrow's match, Paul.
To get used to each other and the way they play, show off
Absolutely.
their silky skills a bit.
Because we know from the Galacticos period, it's not necessarily the star players that gel together straight away and win. It's the team with the best teamwork.
Because sometimes you get this kind of clash of egos, right, when you get a bunch of superstars put together. So I guess they're probably all over that now.
Cannavaro looking on from the sideline. You're right, you're hoping that with age comes wisdom, a dying down of egos.
But
I'm sure there'll be none of that inside each camp, FC, Spear and Shield United, but the competition between attackers and defenders, the way these two teams have been poking each other, poking the bear in their interview videos, has been a great watch for Shoot for Lovers subscribers. Didier talking about defenders being water carriers, attackers being water drinkers. Figo saying the defenders open the champagne and the attackers drink it. It's a brilliant storyline for tomorrow.
It's a verbal tiki-taka that we all love to see, right?
Absolutely. You got shots of these legends playing together, warming up together. Kaká, Figo, Owen, Rivaldo, Berbatov. The lineup itself is absolutely unbelievable, but more than that, it's the format. 11 defenders versus 11 attackers. Who comes out on top? What do you think, guys? On the Shoot for Love channel in the comments. What are your predictions? What's your reasoning behind it? As I mentioned at the very top of the broadcast, watching the interview videos, most of the players, including the attackers, admitted in training, when you have smaller sided games, attack versus defense, the defense comes out on top because of the organization skills. But they never really do an 11-sided game like that because you don't get so much from it. I'm so curious about this experiment. It's getting a bit breezy here in the Seoul World Cup Stadium, Sangam, in the northwestern quadrant, just north of the Han River here. Tomorrow expecting a full house, capacity of 66,000 here, for a stadium that's been around since 2002, home to FC Seoul.
I actually came to the opening game for this, which was an international friendly between Korea and I think Serbia.
Oh, fabulous.
2001, I guess.
Oh, in the build-up to the World Cup. The first official competitive match was that loss for Thierry Henry and France against Senegal, the upset in that opening game here.
Of course, this stadium was built on a reclaimed rubbish tip.
Yep, right next to us we've got quote-unquote Rubbish Mountain, which is a park built on top of the refuse, which is absolutely a brilliant tourist destination now.
Especially this time of the year with the pink muley grass.
Absolutely picturesque. Yaya Toure, the hero of the power shooting challenge, clinching it in sudden death for Shield United. What a shot he has on him. And that was the big debate. Where do the midfielders fall in this debate of attackers versus defenders? Pirlo, Toure, should they be on FC Spears' team, or should they be in Shield United? Well, they've signed for Shield United. You may be worried about FC Spear and who's going to play in defence, but Berbatov, Rio confirmed it, and Berbatov said it, that he used to play in defence a lot during training to try and get into the mind of a defender. Rio said it was because he was scared to come up against him and Vidic. Watch the video and shoot for love.
I mean, I think if you look over typical football 11, you'll often see big defenders. Well, big defenders obviously they go up for corners, and if you're trailing a game 1-0 in going to the last 5 minutes, you'll often see a defender put up front to cause trouble.
Absolutely.
So I would imagine defenders probably more used to attacking. Obviously, attackers do go back to defend corners. They'll sort of stand on the post or whatever, stand in the wall for a free kick.
Yep.
But they're probably not tackling so much, are they?
That's true.
So again, advantage slightly with the defenders again?
Perhaps. But then, yeah, I guess if you're defending a lead and you're all coming back to defend, there's a bit of it. But I'm worried about the organisation side of things for the attacking team, because defenders, they work as a unit all their career long.
Right.
So surely that's going to be tricky.
Line.
Right.
And often the captain will be the centre back who sort of sees everything going in front of him and sort of marshals and keeps
organises well. I mean, it's only a relatively modern phenomenon when we have captains that aren't defenders and aren't centre backs. But back in the day, that was the thinking. You can see the whole game in front of you. You know what's going on. Here we've got Eden Hazard in the shot, who was picked out by the manager Thierry Henry as the player to give the ball to. He's only retired recently. Let him run, were the words of Thierry Henry. He played in the Match for Hope in Qatar, which Jam and Cam appeared in with some other influencers earlier this year. But the big difference, in that game, it was half influencers, half professionals. So they were taking it relatively easy. But tomorrow, because it's all professionals, all legends with their, not reputations on the line, but definitely some pride that they want to keep intact against one another, I think it will make for a fascinating matchup.
And obviously you assume now they're all in their 40s, some of them in their 50s. They're not going to be sprinting to try and beat the offside trap. They're going to be more about accurate passing and saving their energy.
Absolutely.
So I think we're probably not going to see the kind of game that we're used to.
Of course, it's not going to be full throttle Premier League matches, but the quality that must remain in the legs of all these players, that it's going to be like a true kind of aficionados match, I feel. Real connoisseur vibe to it. Figo, Rivaldo, Shevchenko, Kaka trying to instigate some kick-ups, but seemingly reluctant to do so as well. Apologies everyone on the stream if you're having audio issues. There were some technical issues with the microphones here. We are trying to get those sorted for tomorrow's main event. And this is the English commentary feed for the international Shoot for Love channel. This is not the Korean side of things. Thank you to all the Korean subscribers for coming on over here as well. But this is the English stream, the only official one on the internet, I believe, for tomorrow's match as well.
We could actually do it in Korean, couldn't we? You and I.
I think our English-speaking audience might find it tough, and actually maybe some of our Korean audience might find some pronunciations from us tough. I find it most difficult to say foreign names in a Korean way.
It takes
for the players,
yeah.
right?
I think someone asking about the grass there. So it's been a bit of
an issue, hasn't it, at Seoul World Cup Stadium?
Yeah. After not the most recent internationals, but the round before, back in September, Son Heung-min made a comment that the grass isn't in very good condition.
Yeah, it has been better. The Seoul World Cup Stadium, well, this event proves it, but big events are also hosted here. And so sometimes, especially around the centre circle, there can be issues. I'm sure it's more than good enough for the match tomorrow. Although the losing team may use it as an excuse. It's a perfect time here in Korea and globally for Premier League fans, where matches will be kicking off afterwards. And here in Korea, just for a bit of background, the reason it's being hosted here is that Nexon has put up the funds to bring all these legends to Seoul at the same time. The gaming company that hosts FC Online and FC Mobile in this part of the world. Shoot for Love's Jam and Cam. Jam started the channel around a decade ago here in Korea, the Korean version of it, and that's why we have such strong ties with Koreans. There is a Korean version of the channel with over 1 million subscribers. You're on the global feed at the moment with 2.5 million subscribers as well. So 9:45 AM UK Standard Time for our feed to start tomorrow, with the match expected to kick off around 10 AM UK time, which is 6 PM KST. A lot of the footballers, the players, now doing some shooting practice at either goal, looking way more confident than they were during the free kick challenge and whatnot.
Where was this energy before?
It must be a tense situation, especially, you know, you're not in the same condition you were in your peak, and you want to show your best in front of all these fans, right?
Yeah, you're right. It must be shame, or fear of showing yourself up, of being not what people you remember you.
Absolutely.
People remember you as. And also, I guess, yeah, they're not like when you're a professional player, you're playing week in, week out, training every day. Whereas I don't know how often these guys actually play football these days, but you've got to assume it's not that often, so they're bound to be a little bit rusty.
The players now making their way round the pitch from FC Spear for a lap of honour, it looks like, before they go back inside. It is a bit chilly now, going to get down to around 12-11 degrees centigrade here in Seoul, South Korea, so want to keep those muscles nice and warm. Don't want any injuries today, that would be awful. And saying their goodbyes to these fans, thousands upon thousands, tens of thousands in the Seoul World Cup Stadium today. What an event it has been, but I'm really looking forward to the main match tomorrow, I've got to say.
So I'm going to put you on the spot and ask you who you think is going to win. Give me a winner and a score.
As a defender myself, I truly believe we carry the attackers on our backs. I'm going to say, after watching today, where, we only saw, 2 goals scored overall, it's going to be tough breaking down defensive lines. We've got one of the best defensive partnerships in Premier League history in Rio Ferdinand and Nemanja Vidic on the same team. We've got Edwin van der Sar, part of a trio there. I'm thinking it's going to be tough for the attackers. I think it will be a high-scoring, exciting game for sure. It is, after all, an Icons-friendly match. But the defenders, for me, they're going to come out on top.
But close game, or they're gonna walk it?
They might struggle to score a lot of goals, so I'm going to say a close game. I don't think there'll be a 3-4 goal difference.
I know we don't really have kind of like all-star games and legend games that much in the West, right? But if you watch the K-League all-star games, it's always kind of high-scoring, more about showing off your flair and having fun than serious. So quite often like 4-3, 5-4. So I think we might see something like that. 3-2 maybe to the. I'm going to 3-2 to the Spear.
Okay, 3-2 to the Spear team.
Spear.
You think the attacking team will have the nous, the know-how to keep out the other team?
To be honest, I cannot choose a team called Shield United because it just sounds too much like Sheffield United. So, Spear all the way for me.
We've got the winners of the random fan event. They chose 30 people from the crowd to come down and say their hellos, take photos, do some signatures together of everyone. Yaya Toure posing with an Arsenal fan there. Well, his brother, Kolo, was an Arsenal legend as well. 100% Forlan hat-trick tomorrow, says Prianato. We'll have to wait and see.
So Yonan Arisa gone over to the Liverpool fans' Korea fan club, I guess.
Yeah, his iconic on his knees celebration. He scored some left foot belters in his day. And Liverpool have travelled out here multiple times, especially some of their legends, Patrick Berger and whatnot, with their Standard Chartered tie up there.
And Liverpool's one of the teams where Korean fans gather together in pubs and watch the games live.
Yeah.
As do most of the major teams.
Unfortunately, not Sheffield Wednesday.
I wouldn't say that. We've watched games together before, all three of us.
Hazard scoring a hat-trick or a brace, says A's24 Beastlit. I mean, he was Thierry Henry's pick as your key player. The Accuser says, what time is the game tomorrow? You're going to stream it? We will be streaming it exclusively in English on YouTube. Shoot for Love, this very channel, at 5:45 p.m. Korea Standard Time. That is 9:45 a.m. UK time on Sunday, the 20th of October, the Nexon Icons match.
So we'll be on at 5:45 UK time, Korean time even, with team news, I guess, the lineups.
That's right. Maybe, hopefully, some formation news as well. Because if they just give us the 11 player names, we're going to have no idea where to put them.
You're an Arsenal fan, can't you just call up Thierry and ask him?
Thierry also has a huge following here in Korea. He appeared on a very famous variety show back in 2002, Infinite Challenge. One of the most popular soccer stars from that time.
Match will kick off at 6 p.m. Korean time.
Yeah, give or take with the player entrances and whatnot. We've got Drogba waving to the fans. All the fans now moving down to the front rows, waving to their heroes. Foreign football has been ever so popular since at least the late 90s, early 2000s. Cha Bong-gun being one of the old school grandfathers of foreign football, having played in the Bundesliga back in the 70s, 80s?
70s, 80s, yeah.
And so he will be making an appearance, I've heard.
Stuttgart or Frankfurt.
Fantastic. I don't think Keegan is going to make an appearance here tomorrow, though.
But there's one of the big debates in Korean football is who's the best ever Korean player. Is it Cha Bong-gun of the 70s and 80s, Park Ji-sung, or Son Heung-min?
It is a big debate. I mean, Son Heung-min, I believe, has the most records in his pocket without having won a trophy, unfortunately. Park Ji-sung with the most success in his medal cabinet, perhaps. And Cha Bong-eun, really a trailblazer and legend in Germany, apparently gets a lot of recognition when he goes back, even to this day, despite that being 40 years ago. Kaka's going to be hoping for no extreme tackling tomorrow. He faced that in the game in Qatar. Really could have broken his ankle, but took it very, very chivalrously. What a player he was for Milan, that number 22. Some iconic matchups against Manchester United. So Rio Ferdinand, Vidic and Van der Sar, I don't know what their memories will be like. And against John Arne Riise as well. They had those 2 Champions League finals in quick succession. 1 win, 1 loss.
Is that the big comeback in Turkey?
Turkey, Istanbul, round 1. And then a couple of years later, I think Milan won comfortably. Korean fans really struggling to believe how all these legends are here. There was actually a proposed Legends match last year, but it fell through. So we were really hoping to see that dreamed up again. But thanks to Park Jong-woo, the Korean Perez, we are having this dream come true tomorrow in the Nexon Icons match, organised by Shoot for Love, Jam and Cam. What a job they've done signing these players, going all across the world. And the winners of the fan event today, the Random Fan Lottery, taking photos with their heroes. What a memory this will be. What a shot Didier Drogba had as well. 7 boards. The players today winding down this event match day where they've done one-on-ones, shooting challenges and power shooting challenges as well. And so that's why they're here today. The main match is tomorrow. All attackers versus all defenders to settle the debate once and for all. Who's better? Who's more essential in the team? Defenders or attackers?
I'm going to throw a spanner in the works and say goalkeepers. Everyone's ignoring the goalkeepers.
You know, strictly speaking, I guess they are on the side of the defenders, trying to keep goals out. So maybe it would have been fair if the attackers had to do without a goalkeeper. Just play monkey rush or something.
Rush goalie, wow.
Yeah, running out.
Haven't heard that term in a while.
Well, Kim Byung-ji is a rush goalie, judging by his run to the halfway line back in 2002, which got him promptly excluded from the starting lineup by Gus Hiddink. I wonder how far the goalies will come out this time. Eden Hazard, what a Premier League career he had. Things didn't go as planned at Real Madrid, but among the psyche of Korean fans, maybe one of the best dribblers of all time from the Premier League years.
And being relatively younger than the other players, I think he's going to be key tomorrow, for sure.
Absolutely.
Probably the only one that's still got a bit of puff left in his lungs.
Some of you asking, where is Messi? Is he going to be here tomorrow? This match is for legends, retired footballers only.
We might see Messi here again in, 5-10 years' time?
Maybe, if he finally hangs up his boots then. But at his rate, he scored some more goals in a recent qualifier with Bolivia. He might be going to the age of 45. We are winding down our coverage today on Shoot for Love for the Nexon Icons match. 19th of October 2024, bringing together legends from the game from the past 10, 15, 20 years. It's been unbelievable to see them in event matches today with the one-on-one challenge where the attackers scored a single goal and didn't clinch a single point against the defending team. For the power shooting challenge, which again, the defenders came out on top in. And the shooting challenge, all of which you can see similar challenges on the Shoot for Love video, but with Ballon d'Or winners galore. What a day it's been.
It has been great, but I truly believe that Spear have been holding back for tomorrow, and they're going to show their real, true stuff tomorrow. They're going to come out all guns firing.
you could imagine attackers having that kind of thought in the back of their heads, like lull them into a false sense of security.
You mark my words, they're going to score straight from the kickoff tomorrow.
Straight from
the kickoff.
We're going to get a Maisie Eden Hazard run and a goal within a minute. They're the Brentford.
That'd be a Del Piero long punt.
The legends. Who knows?
Straight
Who
from the
knows?
halfway line.
So everybody on the stream right now, please do not forget to tune in to the main match tomorrow. Defenders against attackers. Thierry Henry managing the FC Spear team. Fabio Cannavaro managing Shield United. Then assistant coaches Park Ji-sung and Lee Young-pyo, legends of the 2002 career team. And then Jam versus Cam. Maybe most importantly for Shoot for Love viewers, who is going to have bragging rights on the channel for eternity? Will it be FC Spear, the attackers, or Shield United, the defenders? Join us tomorrow at 5:45 p.m. KST. Our stream will start then, with the kickoff at around 6 p.m. KST, which is 10 a.m. UK time on Sunday, the 20th of October. I'm really looking forward to the big matchup tomorrow, Paul. Today was just like an appetizer, I feel.
And a amuse-bouche.
Absolutely. The main event tomorrow, it's going to be delicious. It's going to be tasty. We are going to try and work on any teething problems we had today, everybody. So thanks for bearing with us with the microphone issues. We did try and change it during the stream as well, and we will have things ironed out tomorrow. See all your favourite legends tomorrow on the screen. We'll be streaming the match exclusively in English on YouTube tomorrow. Eden Hazard, Kaká, Tevez, Didier Drogba, Berbatov, Forlan, Michael Owen, Shevchenko, Figo, Rivaldo, Del Piero, Mascherano, Puyol, Vidic, John Arisa, Carvalho, Rio Ferdinand, Sadov, Pirlo, Bonucci, and many more. The lineup is
sounds
insane.
Like the football version of Billy Joel's song. We didn't start the fire.
What legends, what legends. So we will be joining you then tomorrow. Make sure you put your alerts on there and be there as well. Wow, what an evening it's been. The fans now filtering out of the stadium as all of the players have left the field now, it seems, and gone back to their changing rooms, back to their hotel for some rest in Seoul, and back to the stadium tomorrow, probably about 4:30, I assume they'll arrive, Korean time. What a list of names, and thank you so much for joining us today, everybody.
As we just saw, some of the crowd were on the pitch. They think it's all over. It is now.
It is now. Thank you very much, guys, for tuning in. We'll see you tomorrow.